Lower down. Oh, we're live, Brad.
You can do it. I don't care. People will be looking at me, not you, anyway.
There you go.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mark Goldbridge. That's football. We're back live with some Euros watch-alongs. In fact, we've got 4 games tonight. Very exciting. We've got the Spain group, which is very, very tight, and we've also got the Portugal group at 8 o'clock. But tonight, this one, early evening, is all about 5 o'clock. Absolutely intriguing with this, with Poland on 1 point, Spain on 2 points, Slovakia on 3 points, and Sweden on 4 points. So Sweden play Poland 1 point against 4 points, and Slovakia 3 points play Spain on 2 points. So we could see a situation where Spain don't win, they're out, Craig. And if Poland don't win, they're out. It's as simple as that.
Yeah, it's a big pressure on Spain. I mean, who would have thought they'd be going into the last game with 2 draws and Gerard Moreno missing penalties? And it is a very intriguing group. I mean, I think that Sweden-Poland game just has draw written all over it, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued to see if Spain can really put Slovakia to the sword, because you'd imagine they'd beat them by a couple of goals. But, they haven't been able to put the ball in the net.
Yeah, and also I must admit I haven't really kept a massive eye on this group for various reasons. I've not really. I watched Sweden against Spain, the first game, and then I sort of kept an eye on Spain against Poland, but I didn't watch any of the games with Slovakia in it. But I mean, I'm sure the chat will correct us if we're wrong. I actually think that they're not too bad a team, Slovakia. I certainly know that they've got Hamsik and Skriniar, which is obviously the team that everybody's going to focus on. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Can Slovakia definitely not a good shout to win this game? Everybody, let us know. I don't know why people are saying Sancho's close. I mean, seriously. I mean, have you had your head up your arse or something? I mean, we've literally just come across from the United stand 60 seconds ago where we spoke about. I actually had the breaking news about Sancho. Nobody had it because I was literally on Twitter. It was 10 seconds old. I don't need to check Folk. I don't need to talk about Sancho being done because it's not done. And I gave the update on the United stand. So swivel with your Sancho shit. It's boring. And we're talking about the Euros because it's not done.
It's the modesty that everybody loves about you, mate. That's what gets me. It's the modesty and how humble you are.
It's the modesty, but it's the idiocy that does my head in, because this is why United fans have the Glazers in charge, because it takes one tweet about Sancho being close and they've got a big stonk on running around their garden going, "We're back, we're going to win the treble." Like, it's not even happened. It's not even happened. And they just can't, they just I despair at our fan base.
Let's be honest, Mark. We feed into this, mate. Our thumbnails and our titles of our streams, I mean, we do play this game a little bit. It is kind of down to us as well a bit, to be fair.
Check my thumbnail. What does it say? Price war.
That's today's one. Ollie's big decision.
No.
Ollie drops the bottom. Ollie.
You know more about my thumbnails than anybody else because you copy them. I
don't design anything, mate. You know what I mean? I'm not a designer. I'm just hits and ass. I'm just on here to add a bit of good luck and charm to the stream. You know that. Do you know what you said to me before
when you do your videos, you just say, "Connor, I'm going live." You've got no idea what you're going to talk about. Actually, that's probably true. Let's move on.
It's definitely true. 100% true. So I just rely on charm and charisma, mate. It gets me through.
Be interesting to know what the new offer from United is, though. I'd imagine we're just giving them the 82 million that they want, but we'll see how that develops.
Do you know what confuses me about this, Mark? About the Sancho thing, I mean. United are going to get him in the end. I don't think any of us really doubt that. But it seems like, how can the Glazers be in a bit more against themselves and take so long? Or Ed Woodward? It genuinely baffles me. You want them. We all know you're going to get them. How is it taking this long?
You'd like to have got him. You were messaging me a lot about 6 weeks ago.
Absolutely. I'd love to have got Sancho. I won't deny that. He's a class footballer. Same with you. You were kind enough to admit you wanted Fabinho. I mean, we do admit when the good footballers are available, we want them. But, you did all the legwork last year, and it just genuinely seems baffling as to why it's penny pinching and just can't get it over the line.
I find, to be honest, I find it very irritating. I find our fan base very irritating, and it's only a small minority. I find them very irritating about deals like this because I don't think they have the best interests of the club at heart. I just think they are absolute sensationalists. Like we're owned by prats who are never going to allow us to win a title. But you know what? They deliver Sancho a year late, so let's bankrupt ourselves on merchandise that will keep the Glazers here longer, because that's the plan. This Sancho deal is just a laugh. It's a joke. It's taken over a year to do a deal that we don't even need this summer. And I love Sancho, but it's not even a priority. And they've already spent over a year getting us excited about a deal. And there are still people going, oh, it's close. Sancho, brap, brap, brap. Oh, let me get my bloody, let me do my little edit. Let me put Sancho in a kit that we've not even had yet. Oh, it's great. We're massive. Let me have some banter with an Arsenal fan. Yeah, let's banter with another club that's shit and going nowhere as well. I'm just like, I like Sancho. I really do. But the deal actually pisses me off. I've got to be honest, because it will not close the gap on Liverpool. It will not close the gap on Chelsea, and it will not close the gap on Man City. And we will be fighting for fourth with Sancho stood on the right wing going, what the fuck have I done? Why am I waiting for two donkeys to pass me the ball from the midfield? Because we need a midfielder. That's what we need. And then to the midfield for United, if we don't buy a midfielder, I don't care if we buy Sancho, Messi, Ronaldo, Varane, Ramos, Oblak, bloody Hakimi. If we don't buy a midfield, we're not going to do anything. But some fans think we've got Sancho, we're going to win. He can't even get in a bloody England team. And Southgate is a prat, but he can't get in the England team. He's not going to be the thing that takes us from second to first. And I love the player. I think he's fantastic. And as you said there, Craig, you'd love him at Liverpool. I'm sure Chelsea would like him. He's a top player. But we grew up in an area where we had Galacticos at Real Madrid and they didn't win titles. You've got to build a team. United buy shirt sellers. They don't build a team.
Fair point. I mean, I do get where you're coming from. I would have said the same as yourself, maybe a centre-back, central defensive midfielder, definitely priorities. I mean, you need a good spine throughout that team to challenge. And look what we're up against. I mean, even as a Liverpool fan, I'm looking around now at what Chelsea could be doing, what Manchester City could be doing, and thinking, yeah, we're nickel and diamond and looking for central midfielders to replace Gini Wijnaldum, who's probably better than the central midfielder we're going to bring in. Yeah.
Yeah, you need a midfielder at your club, definitely, don't you?
Yeah, we'll get Bellingham next summer. It'll be all good.
Wow, yeah, he's a player that should have come to us, but I don't blame him for not coming to us, really. I really don't. Nawaf says, Mark, we're at the beginning of a window. A step forward is better than nothing. Mate, we're not at the beginning of the window. The window's been open for 2 weeks. And also, our priority in this window is a right winger, not a CDM. So that massively worries me, to be honest with you. But you know what? You get massively excited about last year's signing. I know what to get you for Christmas. All the shit I didn't want from last Christmas.
You're very cranky today.
I am. I can't stand our owners. I think as somebody who thinks, somebody who thinks they're intelligent, and I say thinks, I can see exactly what they're doing, and it just frustrates me when most of our fan base, well, it's not most of our fan base, to be fair, a portion of our fan base fall for it every year. There'll be emojis of Ed Woodward walking in like a boss. He's an idiot. He's been a massive part of our failure. But when this deal's done, that gif of Ed Woodward walking in like a boss will be all over my timeline. And I'm like, oh, this is why we fail. This is why we fail, because the Glazers are not stupid. They're very rich businessmen. They've got people being paid about trends and everything. And they'll be like, you buy Sancho, you'll turn the tide of the Glazer out protest. They'll buy this many units. And this is why we fail. Our club is lost in a bank spreadsheet.
I want to ask you, actually, on that. I was thinking about this the other day. Did you see what Juan Laporta had to say about Liverpool and United being the forerunners of this European Super League stuff? I mean, talk about spitefulness and not owning up to the mistakes that himself and Mr. Real Madrid made. I mean, do you know what, though? I can kind of see it. I can see Kroenke, I can see John W. Henry, and I can see the Glazers sitting at a table somewhere going, right, let's get rid of all this relegation nonsense. Let's pin this down so we have guaranteed money.
There was a picture. I don't know whether you ever saw it.
Yeah, I did. It was in New York, I think, if my memory is right.
Yeah, and I don't know whether that was photoshopped or anything, but it was definitely your man, our man, an Arsenal man, and all sat around a table having a chat. But I'm pretty sure Manchester United did orchestrate the Super League. But I do agree with you that the Barcelona owner has just now got sour grapes, because there's absolutely no way the Premier League clubs will go back into that Super League now. I just can't see it.
Not after that contract they signed. Didn't they sign something new with the Premier League that said if they go back in, they're in a whole world of trouble. On this one, though,
I understand why Barcelona and Real Madrid and Juventus want to go in. I do understand why, because their leagues are shit.
And they're up shit creek financially because of their own mismanagement. I mean, you look at the deals Barca have done in recent years and the players that they've brought in, and it's madness. And this whole idea of maybe giving Messi a 10-year contract to pay him 2 years worth of salary, that's just going to load them with debt for another 8 years.
Somebody just said there, who do you actually want to go through from this? Joshua Bauer, I hate our owners as much as the next fan and we need more help. Stop being cranky and enjoy Sancho for 24 hours, then go back to being a grump. Mate, what's to enjoy about Sancho for 24 hours? I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, he's not signed. You know, were we not in this position 3 weeks ago? Were we not in this position 5 weeks ago? Were we not in this position a year ago? I mean, we will buy him, but people are acting like we've signed him. We haven't. Oh, Build said we put a bid in. Oh, great.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's not done yet. So what do you think about the games today then? I need to get the table up, but effectively, if Poland win, they'll go through. Sweden are going to go through because they've got 4 points anyway. They're the only one that's definitely going to go through. And obviously, you've got the Spain-Slovakia game where Spain have to win, basically. If Spain don't win, they're not going to go through. Slovakia will go through in third. Well, no, they're not in a great position either, actually, Slovakia, because if they lose by 1 goal, that knocks them down level with Ukraine, I think it is, who have got 3 points and -1. So Slovakia can't afford to lose.
Who would have thought it? Who would have thought we'd be sitting here on the last day of the group stage contemplating Spain going out?
If Spain draw, I think they'll go through.
With 3 get them through?
3 points and 0 goal difference. And because Finland have got 3 points and -2, and Ukraine have got 3 points and -1, they'd be the 2 third place teams going home. So only a loss will put Spain out.
Yeah, they do want to clip. They want to put in a performance, though, wouldn't they? They want to lay down a marker here that says, all right, we're stuttering for the last 2 games, but we're here now and we're growing into the tournament. And that's what it is about. It's grown into tournaments. I mean, the Germans are experts at this, just peaking at the right time. Yeah,
exactly. So, yeah, I think it's interesting. Jan Argefjortoft, who we were talking about a few hours ago, saying that it's amazing. It's amazing, isn't it? Because Jan Argefjortoft, who I like, was saying a few hours ago that Dortmund don't think United can afford it. And then a few hours later, he's saying the longest transfer saga seems to come to an end. Second offer so close to the valuation of Dortmund that it will happen. Really interesting on that. You know, these transfer politics, Craig. Very, very interesting. But yeah, I mean, look, if Spain win and Sweden don't win, they finish top of the group. So as you say, there's got to be, from Spain's point of view, top in the group will give them an easier draw than playing coming third or coming second. So, you know, do you think Spain are capable of putting in a performance where they actually win a game? Because they've looked so toothless throughout this tournament.
It's just been putting the ball in the net, to be honest. You know, they're going to dominate possession. We know this. They're going to move the ball around. They're going to drag teams out of shape. They're going to tire them. But can they put the ball in the back of the net? Who knows? I mean, they haven't really been able to do it so far, even with the help of a penalty. You know, they had Gerard Moreno hitting the post. I mean, how you guys would have killed for that in the Europa League final, but, you know, that wasn't to be. Sorry, had to get it in. I couldn't let it pass. I couldn't.
I'm over it.
How do you feel about last night, by the way? Because I nearly fell asleep watching England last night. And again, it is about results. You got the results, so fair play on that one. But I know you don't like to talk about England. I know that you get very worked up and emotional, which is, you know, fair play. It is your country and all, but something needs to click there, because Southgate, you're not going to win a tournament being that defensive.
Yeah, we were rubbish, to be fair, and I think that you know, we've got to take that on board, that we weren't very, very good. And of course, we're going to be playing the second place team from the group tonight at 8:00, and to be honest, that's going to be very, very difficult. But I mean, as I said, you know, there wasn't really any positives to take away from it. You know, you're really saying, well, Jack Grealish looked good when he got the ball. Nice to see Harry Maguire play 90 minutes. But yeah, that they're going to have to go up about 4 gears next Tuesday just to go through. But if they go out, then the positive is that the World Cup's in 18 months. You sack Southgate and you get a proper manager in to work with the talent that we've got. So I don't want to see England go out. I want England to do well, but part of me thinks, we've all been in that position with our clubs. Do you take a short-term hit for long-term gain? And I think, is it better that England, scab a win against France or Germany and then get knocked out in the quarterfinals and Southgate keeps his job? Or is it better that we just get dominated by France or Germany, go out in the last 16 and he gets sacked? And to be honest with you, it probably is that, isn't it? That's probably the best way.
On the Maguire thing, actually, what a ball he played through to Sterling for the opportunity. Well, I think it was when Sterling hit the post. It was a tasty ball through. I'll give him that one. And I think Tyrone Mings has been pretty unlucky, hasn't he? Because I don't really think he's put a foot wrong in that England defence. And obviously when Maguire comes back in, he was dropped in favour of Stones, who obviously Southgate thinks fits the system a lot better. But I thought it was an impressive enough display from Maguire for somebody who's only just coming back from a while out. Like, I thought, and that pass was Van Dijk-esque, dare I say it.
Fabrizio Romano has just tweeted out, Man United are prepared to pay 85 million euros for Jadon Sancho. United confirmed the intention to include add-ons, payment structure to be discussed now, personal terms and agents' fees, as we know already agreed. Dortmund feeling is the deal is now closer as per build, but they want 95 million euros. So it looks like United will pay a base of 85 million euro. I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you, if I'm absolutely honest, and I'd be interested to know what you think, Craig, as an outsider. I read all this stuff. We put in a bid. Romano's saying we're closer. Everyone's saying we're closer, but it still sounds like it still sounds like we're negotiating, which is what we've been doing for 4 weeks. It doesn't actually feel like much of an update. Until it's official, I don't think it's an update. I mean, look, it's getting closer than close, but it's not, they're still negotiating. When will it end?
Every fibre of my being now is trying not to sing that. Let's get closer than close. Yeah. Every fibre of me, Mark. Every fibre. It'll get done. And it doesn't really matter when it gets done because he's at the Euros anyway. So does it really matter when it gets agreed as long as it's before he comes back from his holidays? Yeah.
Yeah, he's on holiday at the moment as well. He may as well, but he's not playing much. Anyway, the players are coming out for this game. I've got Spain versus, I think it's that Slovakian kit, isn't it? Which is actually quite nice, that Slovakian kit. Reminds me of the United kit from '93 with a dark blue with the black spattering of paint. Spanish players coming out. Is that Busquets?
Yep, captain of Spanish in the white kit today. Oh, different rules, mate. If you're not English, there's different rules for COVID. Did you not get the memo?
No.
It's different rules for everybody else. Your lads, if you're caught in a picture, you're banned. You have to take 7 days isolation. But if you weren't caught in a picture, it's all good.
Yeah, it was a joke. Yeah. Red Devils man says, let loose for a day and enjoy the transfer for 24 hours. What transfer are you talking about? Let loose for 24 hours? Oh, I've missed the official announcement then. He's not signed. This is my whole point. I'm bored of it. It's like, it's the world's longest transfer. We're going to be in the Guinness Book of Records for the world's longest transfer that actually hasn't happened yet, but keeps getting closer than close. Closer than you can ever imagine. Yeah.
Let's get close. Yeah. It'll happen, everyone. Chill. God almighty, I don't even know who Liverpool may be signing. We're getting linked to everybody and nobody.
You're lucky doing Liverpool because, you do deals really quick. I've been listening, you're saying, you're being moody, right? I've already had a year of this. I had all our last summer. And now I've actually had about 5 weeks of it where this is going to happen before the Euros. It's going to happen way before the Euros. It's going to happen before the Euros. It's going to happen right before the Euros. It's going to happen in the first weekend of the Euros. It's going to happen before the England game in the Euros. It's going to happen after the England game in the Euros. It's going to happen during the Euros. It's going to happen today. It's going to happen in the next 24 hours. It's like, I've got no problem with the transfer, but let's bloody do it. What I can't be doing is day after day of closer than close. Closer than I can imagine, we're close.
I knew I'd get you around. There you are.
That was I sing it all the time. I sing it all the time on the United stand. It's going to happen, Bridge. Yeah, it will. I don't want to rate Sky Go. I just want to watch Sky Go. There we go. TV guide. So let's go for score predictions, Craig. I'm gonna say Spain and Slovakia draw, and I'm going to say that I think Poland-Sweden's an interesting one. Actually, I'm going to get it up now. I think it might be quite interesting. There we go. Sweden, if they win, will top the group. I thought Sweden was shocking against Spain as well. They played so defensive. But, against Poland, if they win, they finish top of the group, which would be lovely.
I'm going to go for a 2-1 Spain win. And then I think I'm going to go for, I think Poland might turn over Sweden. I mean, Sweden are a better team technically, I suppose, but they don't have Robert Lewandowski. And if they can get the service to him, which like Kane in this tournament has been lacking, that service. I know Lewandowski scored one, but if they can get him the ball, you've always got a chance. So I think that game may be the odd goal for Poland.
Yeah, definitely. The ultimate duo back together. Hope this will be a permanent love you two together, says Slow Poison. And Spain are crap this year, says Ads. I mean, I think with Spain, I don't know whether we've done a stream together about Spain, but I've certainly spoken to the chat about this. I think in relation to Spain, I remember Spain growing up and they weren't a very good footballing nation. But I think there's probably a generation of football fan who thinks Spain are like Germany, or, they're always there or thereabouts. They're not. When I was growing up, there was tournaments Spain didn't qualify for. There were tournaments where Spain weren't that good. And then they had that golden generation where it felt like they were going to win every Euros and every World Cup. I can't remember how many they won. I think they won 1 World Cup and 1 Euros ultimately, didn't they? But
I think it was 2 Euros and 1 World Cup.
Okay. But they looked like they were going to dominate for years. And then that team just got old. Your Piqués, your Iniestas, your Xavis,
Do you remember Antonio Zubizarreta? Going back now. See, that he was one of my heroes as a keeper when I was growing up. And that,
I remember Luis Enrique. He was a player that was good for them. Nadal, remember him? Not the tennis player.
Pep had hair at one point as well.
Yeah. So Spain have always been a team that struggles to score goals as well. Funnily enough, they've always been a team that doesn't. Well, when they've not been good, they struggle to score goals. But don't worry, Mark. We'll sign Sancho within 24 hours, says Michael Thackeray. I can feel it in my waters, although I do have a urinary tract infection. Yeah. We will
Happens
not
to
sign.
Happens to the best of us, mate.
Horrible. On a serious note, it's a horrible thing. The Slovakian anthem is nice sex. No, I don't know what that's all about.
Every sex is nice sex, to be fair.
Well, it depends.
With me, Mark. With me. It's always a wonderful thing. It's beautiful.
I can't. It makes me want. I've just having dinner. Thanks. Man United in for Belgium. Wonder Kid. I'm not going to read that name out. It's probably something rude. And Spain have got nothing up front, says Advath. Goldie and Baldy, says Cameron Norton. Slovakia won. Yeah, get your score predictions in. Dino Harris is saying Slovakia 1, Spain 0. And I think it's going to be closer than close, this game, says Steve Locke. Yeah, everything's closer than close. Make sure you smash a like on the video, by the way, and subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. We're on the road to 450k, which would be nice to hit before the end of the Euros. That's the target we've set. But yeah, what was your prediction? I wasn't listening.
Do you know what he said to me before we started? I said, "Sorry, mate. Really, I've got to just mess up my life here." And he goes, "Don't worry, nobody cares. They'll be looking at me anyway. It's fine. You go."
They would have heard that. We were live.
I know. Yeah. Just in case anybody's coming in late, everybody isn't sitting around waiting for you to finish your dinner and get on for the 4:30 start.
Oh, so you might stand
2-1 to Spain and Poland by the odd goal. That's what
some
I'm
of us
thinking.
do more than one stream when we can be asked a day.
Well, you have to, mate.
Do you have a time? Do you actually have a time structure on Anfield Agenda?
Of course I do. I go on half an hour after you every day. I just watch what you're doing and go on half an hour after.
If you watch the Anfield Agenda, I mean, there won't be many people, but if you did watch Anfield Agenda, do you actually have a time that you go live?
Yes.
Where people can go, Craig will be live then, or is it just?
Sure, the Euros 10 o'clock after normal time, 8:30. You do 8 o'clock every night in the United Stand, and I in your little slipstream straight after that.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's loads of United fans that think I'd love to go and watch somebody talk about Liverpool now.
You'd be surprised, mate. You'd be surprised what the machismo does. You know what I mean? You should know. You've got a little bit of it yourself. I hear you're commentating on the game, by the way.
What? Oh yeah. How about that?
Another one that I've been just cast aside for. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, I'd feel cast aside anyway because I want to play.
I see he's gotten the happy hour as well. I mean, I give up, mate. I give up. I'm have to kidnap Jack at this point.
Who's on happy hour?
DT. I mean, there's hope for all of us. Do you know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
He's old news as well. I mean, I did say to Jack, he did message me about what DT's like, and I said, "Oh, he's all right." But I thought to myself, it's a bit old news. He's not really relevant anymore, is he? But whatever.
The world's most watched football fan, according to his own biography, Mark.
No, to be fair, I'm only joking. He's probably, I think, fan cams wise, he probably gets the biggest views on fan cam. I mean, I can't stand fan cams anyway. I can't. I hate them. I always have, and but I suppose it's the genre we work in. Anyway, we've kicked off here. We're just about to hit a minute in. I'm a minute in. 1 minute and 5 seconds. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If anyone wants to.
One thing I will say is that the standard of officiating, particularly around VAR, I think has been spot on in this tournament. The time that they've used to make VAR decisions. And I think they haven't been given too many cheap penalties either, which has been good to see.
Toby's a United fan who watches Anfield Agenda. Traitor. To be fair, I've noticed that on the United stand for a long time. I mean, that's football. Everyone's welcome on here. Subscribe. It's a goal for Sweden. We're chatting away, and we've had an early goal. Can't believe it. Goal for Sweden.
Was it Isaac by any chance, though?
No. We've got blonde hair, which could be
Forsberg.
90% of Swedish people, but we've got 1-0 already. And it's, I think it's Forsberg. I think it is Forsberg, yeah. I think you're right.
It is, yeah. I just switched it over there now. Emil Forsberg, Leipzig player.
Rode a couple of tackles. And it's 1-0 to Sweden. Well, look, that's what we want in these games. I actually was saying this last night, Craig. I don't know about you. Somebody said, do you think the Euros has lived up to expectation? I think the last 3 days, we've had so many goals. And so many goals from outside the box as well. I mean, even, Croatia yesterday, Perisic and Modric goals were fantastic. And Sweden are 1-0 up.
That St. Is a quick start.
St. Petersburg, that game is in.
That's certainly going to make this interesting. And they're showing the goal here now on RTE as well, just as a replay. Good finish, to be fair.
Yeah,
little nick off the studs, but good finish.
Well, that puts Sweden on 7 points, unobtainably catchable, so they would be top. But poor defending by Spain, as many people in the live comments are saying. But yeah, we are literally not even 3 minutes in, and Sweden are 1-0 up against Poland. The nightmare start for them because Poland need to win, otherwise they're going home.
Yeah, you did say to me, I messaged you the other night saying, what are we doing, 8 o'clock, 5 o'clock? And you said, I'm telling you, 5 o'clock games be more interesting.
No, you wanted to do the 8 o'clock game, and I said.
That's what I said. I messaged you, and you said, we'll do the 5 o'clock games to be more interesting.
Yeah, that's what, thanks. You know where I've been today?
Go on, surprise me.
Check my Instagram.
Didn't even know you had one.
The live chat can tell us where I've been. Goldbridge Mark on Instagram, and then whoever puts it in the live chat first, I will tell Craig. Where have I been today? It's like finding where's Wally or where's Nobed. I have been somewhere today, and I'm waiting for someone live. Solihull Moors Stadium, River Plays. There you go. I was at Solihull Moors today.
Nice.
It's a nice little stadium. It's only about 10 minutes away from where I live. National League side, so
I know something you don't know. See, I know why you were there, mate. You told me before, so I won't spill. Don't worry, I know. It's all good.
What did I tell you?
You told me why you were going to be at that particular stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Do you go to many non-league games when you get a chance, actually?
I've been to probably 2 or 3 for them. I'm going to go to a few more next year because now I know people who run the club. Oh, Spain there, nearly in. But yeah, I like to watch football anyway. I mean, why else would I be watching Slovakia's play Spain at 5 o'clock?
Oh, I have to say, I know I've been bigging up the Copa America, but it has been dire. It has been horrible. It's been such a bad watch.
I don't know how. I wouldn't like to watch it because there's no fans in the ground either.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's very turgid, all right, but it's been terrible so far in the tournament. I mean, you think South American flair and stuff, but it's not been great. I mean, the Euros have been a much better tournament, and we haven't even really got going yet. Here's Spain in between the lines again. Will Mr. Murata get himself a goal today? Oh, no. So I haven't seen all the teams that you've seen now. And in the chat, I'd love you guys to answer this as well. Who do you think is most likely to go all the way now? If you had to pin your hopes on one team, well, your hopes would be on England, obviously, but if you had to pin like 50 quid to you and said, put this on a team now, who do you think?
I think I do need to see the last games. I need to see France against Portugal because I think at 10 o'clock tonight I might change my mind. But at the moment, I think Germany or Italy.
I think I'd agree.
Well drilled. They've got big squads. So yeah, I think But if France perform, I think France have got gears. So
that's what makes it interesting on the knockout stage. They have gears, absolutely, but they also have moods. And if they aren't clicking, they can be got at. It looks, am I right in saying it's most likely that you guys will be playing the Germans if things go the way we think?
Well, we'll play whoever comes second in the group. So if Germany win and France don't win, we'll play France. Unless Portugal beat France. We're going home. We are playing absolutely terrible football. We've got no momentum, no chemistry, and we're going to be playing teams that have. So, yeah, I don't fancy England to go. But look, as I said to Jordan, he's been messaging me a lot, and then you know what he said today. Actually, because he's not on the show, I can absolutely bury him. So Jordan's going to be on for the Welsh. He's been on for the Welsh games. He's been giving it the big today he messaged me and he went, if we do go out on Saturday, it doesn't mean England did better. It's just because we're playing our knockout game before you. And I went, you see, you've changed your tune already. You've been giving it all this. And now he's saying, if we go out. I said, that's it. That's that. You're defeated now. You're talking about if you go out when you're always saying we won't go out. That'll be a good game, Wales-Denmark on Saturday.
It will, and I'm going to stick up for my man Jordan here. I'm going to be his rep on the show. I'm going to say that's going to be a game that's going to be filled full of emotion. Two teams there. I think that could be a belt. I mean, really, really, that could be the game of the tournament. Denmark were so impressive in coming back like they did to get that result, and Wales, if they click and if they play with the passion that they have, they've got the Welsh Javi in midfield there and Joe Allen, obviously, a man who likes chickens. A man who farms chickens.
Does he?
Yeah, he's vegan. He farms chickens and, looks after them as pets. Well, I say farms. I think I mean pets. Because if he farmed chickens, he wouldn't be a vegan, would he? He wouldn't even have the eggs.
Why is he killing chickens as a vegan?
Yeah, I mean, like, he has little pet chickens, sorry.
He doesn't eat them. He just does it for pleasure. I kill chickens for pleasure.
It's just a little hobby I have. Just a little something for the weekend.
There's nothing more I like to do than wake up in the morning and wring a chicken's neck. Just sets me off for the day, and then throw it in the hedge.
Just walk past Nando's waving it in the wind.
Yeah. Go vegan. I tell you what. Thing is, I can smell the cooking now, and it's definitely not vegan. I like my food, and I think that I think it's a very interesting thing. Veganism, vegetarianism. I think
that looked like he kicked the back of the Spanish player's ankle.
I don't really have a point on it, really. If you threw the chicken in the hedge,
this could be a penalty mark.
Yeah, potential penalty check.
Just don't give it to Gerard Moreno. Just don't give it to Moreno. He's even on the pitch, actually. Yeah, he is there.
How many penalties have they missed?
One. I think it's the only one Moreno's missed this season, if I'm not mistaken. He's usually quite efficient. Here we go. Referee.
He's waiting.
I have to say, he did kick the back of his ankle.
I reckon he's going to
have a look. Going to have a look.
He's going to have a look at the tally. He's going to have a look. Could be a penalty for Spain again. Potential penalty review. When they go to the telly, they normally say penalty.
Yeah, it did. My initial instinct was he kicked the back of his ankle. I mean, that's a penalty, mate. That's a penalty.
Yeah, he's going to give that.
He's not going to need to look long. Yep.
Yeah.
Penalty.
100%. He can't not give it. Penalty to Spain. I'm surprised the VAR people said you might want to come and have a look at this. I mean, really, was it you saying that sometimes they do it for drama?
Yeah. Do you want me to sell it? I heard once one of the games in Australia. But
that is a stone waller. He'll be gutted he didn't see it in real time.
Clever by Koke though, wasn't it? Getting his body in the way.
Yeah. It is. To be honest with you, I'm not sure it should be a penalty, but it is. It's one of those ones where, as the defender, you've already started your kick, haven't you? You think you're going to get the ball, and then somebody puts their foot in the way.
Morata stepping up this time.
Morata, he'll score this. Let's have a look.
Dubravka, Newcastle keeper on his line.
Morata.
He looks nervous, doesn't he?
Well, it's a big goal for them if they score it.
And he's missed.
Oh, Spain. The pain in Spain. They're bloody awful. They couldn't hit the ocean from a boat. They really are terrible. Timo Morata.
It's like the worst height to put it for a goalkeeper, or was best height for a keeper. Look at this. It's telegraphed it. Oh my days.
That is a terrible penalty. Unbelievable. Well, it's not unbelievable. This is Spain. Have they scored a goal in this? They have scored a goal, didn't they? They scored against Poland. It was 1-1, but missed 2 penalties. Spain without the S. Oh.
I did say he looked nervous when he was stepping up to take it. He's fair play to Dubravka, but yeah, there you go. Another early opportunity gone. Will that dent their confidence?
I don't know how Morata's still playing international football. I mean, that says everything about Spain's quality, really. He shouldn't be playing anymore. Sync, we're on 12 minutes and 9 seconds, 10 seconds, 11 seconds, 12 seconds, 13, 14, 15. 12 minutes and 16 seconds.
Somewhere in Spain now, Iago Aspas is at home crying, thinking I would have buried that.
Yes, Romano tweeted, well done, everybody. You're only 20 minutes late, but you crack on. Get onto Twitter and read his thing that we spoke about 20 minutes ago. Do you think Man United would suit Sergio Romanos? No, he's going to PSG, Aaron. I'm not wasting my time talking about irrelevant transfers. Craig, do you think that Donnarumma would be a good goalkeeper at Liverpool, even though you don't need him and he's going to PSG?
No, I think he's overrated. And I wouldn't go near him or his agent. Well, actually, did he change agents? I know he was with Raiola.
No, he's still with Raiola, yeah.
No, I think he's overrated. I'm not saying he's not a decent keeper, but I mean, he's no Alisson, and to me, I'd rather David De Gea. I mean, I'm a massive fan of David De Gea. I've said it time and time again. I know he might go through shaky patches, but to me, when he's on form, he's right up there. And I mean, I'd give anything to the depth of keepers that you have at United.
Good point from Christiansen. He's saying that United wanted Morata a few years ago. We did. You're right. We did. We did want Morata a few years ago.
And usually where Donnarumma goes, he wants a little bro to go as well. Little brother's a keeper. He wants him to go with him most places. But yeah, I bet you're glad you didn't sign Morata there. Shades of a few of the signings that didn't work out. I mean, he was good at Juventus, though. That's the thing.
To be honest, I was looking at us getting him at the time, and I thought he'd be all right. And then we ended up getting Lukaku, who, whatever you think about Lukaku, and I was glad that we sold him. Actually, he did score quite a few goals for us as well. Do you think it's fully worth getting into bed with Raiola? No, don't do it. Not in a sex way, Joshua Bowwater. With the players he's got, might be worth just giving him what he wants so you can get them. But he never wants to stay long, does he?
Raiola's a weird one because clubs hate him, fans hate him, but every player that he represents, most of them usually love him.
He's probably a really nice guy if he represents you, because he makes you really rich, doesn't he? He's just an arsehole to everybody else.
I still think that the biggest mistake recently was Matthijs de Ligt on Juventus. I really think that was the wrong move at the wrong point in his career.
Yeah. But the plan with that will be, you do 2 or 3 years at Juventus, then you're going to go to Spain for 2 or 3 years, and then in your mid-20s, you're going to go to the Premier League, and we're going to make massive money every time you move. And that's what we'll do with Haaland. That's what basically, he's the anti-football Raiola, because he's just turned it into, it was already a business, but he's made it like, it basically, it makes football like, it makes supporting a club like Liverpool or United difficult, because you know that these players are not going to be with your club for long. But, fans don't generally change their club every 3 years. I know Chelsea and Man City fans do it, but most clubs don't do it. So
I don't know why more players don't represent themselves, or, Gary Neville did it, didn't he? And I know a few other players that have. And then you've got the likes of Mohamed Salah, who doesn't really have an agent, more a solicitor that advises him on certain things. Yeah. It's like this industry. I'm sure you probably have someone that deals with your brand deals for a time issue, but I'm sure you're more than capable of sitting down if you needed to and discussing them. It's not rocket science.
What brand deal?
I'm sure you must have a Boohoo Man deal or something.
I've got
I seen you were
Wash and Go.
dancing in the
Wash
video
and
in the
Go.
background.
I do it through super chats. I basically tell people, if you really want me, get onto a stream and super chat, and the chat will decide. So Wash and Go, that's a go now. They did a few super chats, and they've offered it. They want to go proper now. So.
You're
right.
I'm the standard begging letter that I send out to everybody. It's how I got on here, actually, funnily enough.
Yeah.
Mark gets tax breaks for me coming on.
You need to get to that point where you're not begging people to go on their shows and they're actually asking you to go on.
And then I'll just say, no, you had your chance when I begged you, mate. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, one day though, Jack mate might look at, he might be really desperate. There might be, Poland. How have they missed? Oh, I don't believe it. He's headed it against the bar. He's dropped down on the line, and it looks like there's a crowd of red players and yellow players. And you think someone's going to knock it over the line, and they don't. Matthew Larney says Spain have missed their last 5 penalties. Wow.
That's
Timo Lewandowski apparently. Not seen the replay, but the keeper's hurt his neck. Here it comes. Oh, he's headed the bar twice. Didn't see the first one. Heads it against the bar, follows it up and heads it against the bar again. Lewandowski. Oh my God. Timo Lewandowski. And then it gets stuck between his legs. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Jeff. Timo Lewandowski now.
On Jack, mate, actually. Did you see he's running from us from the darts thing we were talking about? Did you see who he was practicing with the other day?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, he thinks he can get professional help. He thinks that's going to save him.
I haven't played it for ages.
I won't lie. I've been practicing quite a bit.
When you're busy like me, you just don't get time.
That's it. I mean, it's a fair point. I mean, I can't argue with it. But it'll come.
But yeah, what I was going to say is that, he should have scored.
Should have.
He was offside. Yeah, what I was going to say is that, like, Craig wants to go on the Happy Hour podcast, like, desperate, like, really stalker desperate. Like, it's actually quite it's quite worrying how much he stalks Jack's tweets and stuff.
You don't understand how frustrating it is when like, you've seen it now. Your audience have seen it. Every show goes up a level when I become involved. It's so frustrating when I know this and people just haven't recognized it yet. You've started to realize it, and that's a good thing for you. But, Jack will realise it. Stevie's gone.
Oh, he's missed again. Who was that? I don't know. Is it Pedri? Yeah, Pedri, I think that was. Cross from Azpilicueta. I told you why you're on the show. I wanted to get Rory on more, but you were cheaper.
Well, there wasn't even a negotiation, to be honest with you. I was just told.
It was basically you or that Lee Chappie, and he wanted a £5 an hour, and you were cheaper, so I went with you.
I went in euros. He undercut him. I went in euros, not pounds. The joy.
There's a lot of bad misses going on today. Morata's missed a penalty. Lewandowski's headed the ball against the bar twice in the same action, and then caught it between his legs. And Pedri's just missed a chance as well. So there's a lot of chances being missed at the moment.
I guarantee you Lee Chappie's tweeting somewhere right now that you've mentioned his name. I guarantee it.
It'll be the one, sometimes he actually is in the chat. It's the one show he's not watching, and he's missed his shout out. It'd be like, he's talking about me.
Guy. He is a lovely guy, Lee Chappie. He's one of them lads that doesn't want to offend anybody, just a really nice fella.
Yeah, I met him at the Football Blogging Awards.
I know, he showed me the picture.
He tried to basically say that, and he probably had a point. He was like, I'd be as big as you if I supported United.
Did he say that, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I said, well, it would help having a bigger fan base, but Leicester have won the league recently, Lee. It's not like they're a small club. Azpilicueta is criminally underrated, and there are people out there who do well as vloggers. I mean, look at Thogden. He sports Bolton. There's no excuse there at all.
Sorry, Lee. I'm trying to stick up for you, mate. You know I like you. I'm doing my best here, mate. I'm trying to get you in. Drop from a £5 an hour.
I don't dislike him at all, but people will be actually wondering who the hell it is. Zlatan's impact at United. Oh, I missed it now. Or Cavani's trophies aside, says Aaron. Well, it's not a United channel, but probably a good case to argue, really, because I mean Zlatan had a good impact, but I think Cavani's more. I think Cavani's better. Gotta say. I remember Zlatan missing a lot of chances, and teams played a very high line because he had no pace in behind. I mean, look, they're close, but for me, amazingly, because I didn't actually want Cavani, I think his impact has been fantastic. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. I'm really tired today. I don't know whether it's just you're boring, but I'm really feeling quite tired.
It's definitely not that. We know it's not that. I mean, if there's one thing you can label it, it ain't boring.
I don't know what it is. I didn't have a lot of sleep last night.
It's too much foie gras at lunch, mate, probably, with the red wine.
I wish. I haven't had a drink for a few days, actually. Yeah, let's see if we can get to 438,000. We're 500 away, so bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. And Thiago never starts for Spain. I know. Spain can't score. Mark, they're saying we should do a Man United Liverpool watch-along. I think that would be very interesting because it sounds like a good idea, but it's one of those where it could be gold or it could just be absolute car crash because we'd both be very passionate about our teams and might not get a word in edgeways.
It's one of those, I think if we were to ever do it, it would be, I'd rather fly over to the UK and sit in a room and do it. I think it would be much better. Because then I can break out the dance moves and all. I see your videos doing well, you in the background there, dancing away.
Which video is that?
The one that your man got the Boohoo Man brand deal off.
I did say to my mate, to be fair, it is funny because in a certain light, it does look a little bit like me. I
was offended when someone said the fella in the white in the back looked like me. Yeah, I mean, me cross with your man from the Goonies, perhaps.
Yeah. The funniest thing is we've got a girl on United Stand called Beth, and there's this girl on the right-hand side who... good shot there. Was that Morata? Oh, it's a standard save by Dubravka, though. Poland are pushing hard in the other game, though. They've got to. They've got to score.
Yeah, that was one for the cameras, that save, definitely.
RJ says he'd love to see Mark bold like Craig.
Yeah, did you ever think about it? Do you ever have a... I mean, see Stevie put up a picture?
I spent 20 years of my life thinking about it. Because my dad's bold, and I thought that's going to be me, and then it never happened. Is that Stevie picture real? Has he done that, or is he...
I can't imagine it is. I can't imagine it's real. I think it's an app, but he looks all right, doesn't he?
Yeah, it does look good, but it must be an app because his head. The thing about shaving your head is that there are lots of imperfections under your hair, aren't there? You never have a smooth. That looks like a well waxed forehead for Stevie. I don't think it can be true.
Yeah, he looks well. He could pull it off if he ever tried to. Spain knocking on the door here. Same old here from Spain. Lots of possession, lots of territory, but no end product. I mean, what would be the odds of missing the last 5 penalties? I mean, the odds of scoring a penalty are around 80% or something, aren't they? So, missing your last 5, there's really no excuse for that. How is Thiago not getting a start here, by the way? I think it's criminal from Enrique.
Yeah, no, it is weird.
So I heard there's going to be something like 60,000 at Wembley for the final.
Sorry, I'm just getting rid of some idiots from the chat. Ding, ding. I am doing France versus Portugal, yeah.
That ball moved.
What, when he took the penalty?
Yeah, it moved. Watch his left foot. The ball, there was a good angle of it a second ago. When his left foot planted, the ball bobbled a tiny bit.
Apparently, you take after your mum's relatives when it comes to going bold. I don't know whether that's a myth or not.
It's weird in my family because there's half my mum's brothers are bald, half aren't. Half my dad's brothers are bald, half aren't. Sure, you can look. There's no excuse. Nobody should really be going bald in this day and age if you don't want to anyway. I mean, there are so many options, aren't there?
Look at Wayne
Just don't
Rooney.
go. Oh, that was shocking. I mean, that's one of the worst I've seen. If you want to see good examples, look at Klopp, look at Conte. They're good examples.
Yeah, Conte's good. Yeah.
The picture of him when he was really, really thinning in his hair, my God, you would not believe it's the same man. I see Lopetegui turn down Spurs as well. This is the long list of managers that are a huge offer. Sevilla said a huge offer, an astronomical offer, and he said, "Nah, the Spurs, mate. I don't want
He's
it."
going to Juventus, isn't he? They'll be looking at they're looking at Potter now, apparently, as a manager.
I tell you what, they could do worse than Graham Potter. First time I ever heard of him, I think, was when Arsenal were playing. Was it Austrians in the Europa League or something? First time I ever heard of Graham Potter, and yeah, I do like him as a manager. I like the way he sets about. I wonder if Tariq Lamptey will move this summer, actually.
It's not going to keep Harry Kane there, though, is it? They've just had a drink break in Sweden, Poland. I must admit, I've got to say, this group is the most boring group. There's not that they're all very. There's not been many goals in this one, has there? This group is that's because Spain keep missing them, but that Sweden kit's quite nice, you know. They normally have blue on it and they've got black.
Yeah, Sweden have had some belter kits over the years.
But Spain should be 1-0 up from a penalty, but again, it's a very, quite an equal game. I don't think any of these teams from this tournament are going to go far.
Ball in here from Slovakia. Nothing. All the way through to the keeper.
Poland need 2 goals. They need to win. 1-0 down to Sweden. Early goal in the first 2 minutes from Forsberg.
I tell you what, a Slovakia goal would make this very, very interesting.
Yeah, Spain will go through if they draw in 3rd place as things stand. But
still an embarrassment for them if they go through with 3 draws.
RJ says that Mings is better than Maguire. Poland, again, they're pushing hard. But Sweden clear. Why isn't Oblak starting for Slovakia? Says Slow Poison. I think it's because he's Slovenian.
Might be.
Yeah.
Could be.
That's the only reason I can think of. I mean,
of all the countries you got mixed up, by the way, I thought they would have been the 2. I mean, I know you've got some Austria issues, but I thought Slovenia and Slovakia surely would have been.
I did all right last night. I didn't.
Oh, they hit the bar.
Who was that? Coach.
Punched him to the net.
What a prat! What a prat! Oh my God! Someone get that brown envelope for him now. It's hit the bar, and as it's come down, instead of punching it over the bar, he's punched it in his own goal.
What makes it funny was how long he was watching it.
Oh, well, that's that you want the world to swallow you up there. He's absolutely what a prat.
Saves a penalty, hero. 10 minutes later.
Oh, you've got to watch this. If you have not seen this, you've got to watch this. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's just oh, what a prat! What a prat!
Watch it now. I'm watching it. I got this, lads. I got this. He's over the bar now. Look. Oh my God. He actually punches it down into the goal. His hand was over the bar. That's one time, Mark, I think we can agree probably should have gone with fists.
Should have fisted it, yeah. I mean, how do you celebrate that goal if you're Spain? I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously you celebrate it because it's a goal, but that's going to take some getting over.
I don't care. Give him the Pushkas award for that. That was Oh my God.
That is, you know what? That's going to be on YouTube clips for many years to come. Yeah, he's got no career in volleyball.
True. Oh,
leave it. I'm going to smash it.
What just gets me is how long it was in the air and how long he had to set himself and watch it.
Flapping like a seal. Yeah, it's in the air a long time. You can't misjudge that. So you haven't got to wait long. He jumped too soon.
I had to double take when I seen it hit the net. I thought, no, surely that's just gone over the back of the net. But yeah, I mean, there you go. That's the way Spain will get a goal. Good strike, initial strike to hit the bar, though. I will say that. But yeah, Dubravka from 0 to 0 very quickly. Well, that's made my day. If nothing else happens now, that's made my day. That was
certainly put a smile on the face. Not for him. That Slovakia are probably going out, I think, at the moment. They are -1 goal difference on 3, which puts them level with Ukraine, but I don't know whether Ukraine are ahead of them. If anyone knows that, then yeah.
Poor old Lewandowski's probably going, Jason, I hit the bar twice with a header. Why wasn't I getting a bit of Dubravka when I was hitting the crossbar with headers?
From 0 to 0, says Michael Ola.
Oh, I can't remember a goal like that from a keeper. I mean, there's been some howlers, right? But like some bobbles and stuff. But
look at that, though. Total attempts, none. On target, none from Slovakia. I haven't watched them and I haven't missed anything this tournament. They are crap.
They're going to have to do something now, though.
You know, everyone who says change the score, we can't change the score. We're not in control of the score, so we're aware it's 1-0, but we can't change the score. That's somebody in the background who does it. So they're a bit slow today, to be honest. They're normally a lot quicker than that. There we go. He's listening. There you go. 1-0.
Yeah, Slovakia have to do something here. In other words, what's the point? You know, they really have to have a go. You might as well get beat 4-0.
Spain are they're an odd team. Who's your player of the tournament so far? Says Football Always, Craig.
Oh, God. I haven't really given that much thought, to be honest with you. I mean, if you got one in mind, you can come to it, have a think.
It's difficult, isn't it? Because Italy did rest most of their players in the third game. I thought Spinazzola was playing very well at left back.
Tell you what, Dumfries has been very good.
Yeah, he's been very good. Harry Kane. He's been the worst player of the tournament. Aspilicueta is criminally underrated, says Owen Stanley. Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah, it was a great sign in that. I mean, the length of time he's been at Chelsea, it's a good bit of business, all right.
Connor Walker says shares.
Yeah. I mean, you can pick a few Dutch players. Wijnaldum's done well as well.
Lukaku's done well, yeah.
Yeah, he has. Doesn't Aspilicueta have? Isn't he tied up with whatchamacallit, # United? Doesn't he have with their E-team or something?
Oh yeah, it might be. Yeah.
What a success story! I've never had any interactions, or I don't follow with that coach, but what a success story it is. # United.
I can tell that's another thing you want to be involved in.
No, genuinely isn't. I'm not a gamer or anything at all, so it really isn't my cup of tea. But I do appreciate people who take a chance, and it comes off for them with good work and persistence.
They've got a real football team as well.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I think it's, and I love the name. I think they nailed it, and I know they had to fight to get to use it because, of course, snobbery was against them. It's not a place. Well, you know, there are other examples of that, but yeah, I think it's a brilliant name.
Hamsich wins the tackle there.
Ball in behind. Surely he's about 15 miles offside here.
Yeah.
He puts it wide anyway.
And then the flag goes up. Yeah, he never looked convincing there.
Yeah, he was off. Kept looking, going, linesman, please put the flag up, mate. I'm not confident here. Please put the flag up.
Morata is overrated, says RSH. I don't think he is. I don't think many people do rate him, so I don't think he's overrated, to be fair.
He's the original Timo Werner.
Robert Moore says, why do the linesmen do that? It's really annoying. It's a new rule. They have to do it. It's the right thing to do, because if he wasn't offside and they put the flag up, they can't go on and score, so the opportunity's gone. So that's why they wait now. I agree with it. I know why people think it's annoying, but I do agree with it, because the linesmen have got those offsides wrong before.
I tell you, Lukaku's one the other night that was ruled out, the first one. That was very close.
Yeah, it was. Go back to the Copa America. I mean, that tournament seems to be a very long tournament as well, because they only seem to play one game a day sometimes.
Yeah, 10 and 1 a.m., 10 p.m., 1 a.m. airtime, usually 2 games. And then they've got, because they can only play 4 games at a time because there's 5 in each group. So it does drag on a little bit. And then, like you've got, as I said, there's 10 teams in it and 8 of them go through to the quarterfinals.
Oh, dear.
I mean, there must be a way that I think first in Group A plays fourth in Group B or something. So there must be some ways more beneficial to you to get to top the group. But it certainly hasn't made for great viewing so far.
Mo says, say Scooby-Doo, Craig, how many subs before the viral video? Don't know what that means.
I don't know what it means either. Scooby-Doo! There you go.
Scooby-Doo! They're still in the tournament, Scooby-Doo. Great Danes. Denmark.
I think we're all a bit Danish at the minute. We all want Denmark to do well. I know they're playing Wales, Jordan, so sorry, mate, but you can't be not emotionally wrapped up in what's happening with Denmark.
If I was Spain, I'd just shoot against this keeper now. His confidence is going to be on the floor.
Yeah, just lob loads of balls up into the air. We call it plug-in in tennis. Just really just high balls, high slow balls.
Oh, stretch. You never stretch.
Don't need to, mate. Solid as a rock, me.
It's good for you. It's not good to sit down in the same place. Hashtag Bitcoin. Don't do it, Duda.
Yeah, Connor's lost a few quid with that. No, I mean literally a few quid. I think like 50 quid or something. But yeah, not something I'll ever get involved in, I have to say. Too volatile.
Double tackle there by Busquets. Took 2 out.
How's things looking in the Poland-Sweden game? Any more chances?
No, Poland are pushing, but Sweden are defending quite well. I mean, Lewandowski should have scored a few minutes ago, but Larsson still playing for Sweden as well. He used to be at Arsenal, didn't he, Seb Larsson?
He did, yep. I think, was he at Blackburn as well at one point, or?
Yeah, I think so.
It's amazing that when you say Larsson, immediately you think of, obviously, the Larsson. The real Larsson.
Plays for He was at Hull, Sunderland, Birmingham, Arsenal. So no, it wasn't at Blackburn.
Who? Oh, was it Pedersen then? There was somebody that was at Blackburn.
131 caps. That's a lot.
I was watching Aguero playing for Argentina the other night, and he looks finished to me.
Yeah.
He just really does look finished.
It can happen.
I mean, I hear a lot of Barcelona chatter around the signings of Depay and Aguero. And look, I'm not saying they're bad signings, but it isn't Barcelona of years gone by. You know, it's not the type of signings that are going to make you go, wow. It's just they were available.
I heard that they might go for Ronaldo bullshit. They ain't got the money for that.
Yeah, they're having to put Messi's wages on the Never Never. You know,
Messi's going to sign a new contract apparently, which is an achievement for them. Well done.
Probably owns 10% of the club at this point or something. I mean, it wouldn't feel right seeing him anywhere else, would it? Other than there, or maybe Newell's All Boys again, or a little retirement over to Miami.
I think you get to a certain age where you should just stay. And I know people will say, well, what about Ramos? But Ramos didn't start off at Real Madrid. I think they bought him from Sevilla, didn't they?
Yeah.
So I think Messi at his age, I would just stay now. I'd love to have seen Messi play in the Prem, but I would like to have seen him play in the Prem when he was, in his prime, really.
I'll tell you what, the pressure really is on Pep Guardiola this year, because I think the only reason they're going for Kane and not Haaland is because they think he's Champions League ready. And Guardiola is under huge pressure now because, look, he's done it at Barcelona, but he's not done it anywhere else in the European Cup, has he? Failed at Bayern Munich, got to a final and overthunk it again against Tuchel and Chelsea. And, the clock is counting down now. He's under pressure.
Milo says, why is Craig 2D? He is two-dimensional. He's only got moody or talk. He's not like me. I'm like, I've got loads of dimensions, me. I'm multifaceted.
I'm so humble at the same time. It's such a gift.
Yeah.
It always amazes me how people put up a mediocrity like this, and then they come over to my channel and they go, oh, Jesus, you're so underrated. Wow, this is what it feels like to be actually entertained.
You must be doing something wrong, because here I sit with way more subs, way more viewers. I've been on the kickoff. I've been on happy hour. I mean, I have to say no to these. In fact, let me just show you this. Oh,
have you been on Soccer Aid, though?
No, I haven't been on that. Don't hurt me. This is going to really hurt you, right? I don't even know why I'm doing it. Where is it?
I can tell you.
Let me just go through my WhatsApps. Loz, Jordan, Thogden, Thogdad, Ollie.
Got most of them on WhatsApp, but go on, keep going.
Yeah, we can't say that one out loud. Jack, are you in London tomorrow to pop on happy hour? Stop messaging me, Jack. I can't do it this month. Mic drop.
Unfortunately, mate, I respect the industry. I wouldn't disrespect people the way you do. It is what it is.
I will.
Guy.
You know what I will do later? I will screenshot that and I'll message it you, and then you can do what you want to do with it.
I promise you, when I'm on Soccer Aid, I'll go up to the camera and wink and say, "This is for you, Mark."
That would hurt me if you were on Soccer Aid before me. That's probably about it. I'm never going to be on Soccer Aid. I've got no chance.
See, they need
I've
somebody
got more
like
chance
me,
of being on a bottle of lemonade than Soccer Aid.
Chunks is after going and getting himself in shape and all. He's after going and doing well. So they need somebody like me. They need a token fat guy. So
well, I don't really want to be on Soccer Aid, actually, because you know why I don't want to be on Soccer Aid? Because really, it's for all the safe people. It's for all the media safe people. Let's get Dermot O'Leary on and someone from McFly. And who else can we? They don't go for they don't go for the personalities, really. They're going for the safe ones, and there's nothing wrong with them safe ones. I mean, I like Chunks, and I can't think of anyone else I like, but they are just the safe bets, the dying breed, I call them.
Of all the things that Chunks has accomplished, and he's accomplished a lot, the one that makes me most jealous is the Links Africa ad.
Oh yeah, I'd love to be on Links. They follow me on Twitter as well. I don't know why they don't use me.
I mean, yeah. I got a Links Africa set on Father's Day, and I'm still happy about it.
What's your dream brand deal apart from Wash and Go?
Diet Coke. But they won't even go near Jacksepticeye because he swears. So there is no hope in hell that they're coming near me. Them or Adidas.
Yeah, they're not. I mean, the reason we're not talking about this game is because it's fucking boring. It's 1-0 to Sweden. It's 1-0 to Spain, and I don't think Slovakia will score again this year. But yes, to be fair to brands like Coca-Cola and that, they just can't afford the negativity. Like there's certain brands that I've worked with, and they'll tweet out they're working with me. It always makes me laugh. Because these people with 30 followers will retweet, oh, that's it, I'm unfollowing you now, you're working with that cretin. And I bet the brands think, oh my God, we better stop working with him. But for someone like Coca-Cola, they've got to go with brand safe people.
I mean, actually one company I enjoyed working with, I think most football channels have worked with them, was Manscaped. I think Manscaped were brilliant. They just let me do what I want. They just said, hey, go make an ad for us and have a bit of fun. You know, we're not shy. And I enjoy that. It was good. I like brands like that. And well, to be fair, they're the only type of brands I could ever really work with because I don't know what's going to happen myself from 1 minute to the next, mate. So what about you? Dream brand deal?
Probably Ferrari or Hugo Boss or Rolex. You know, something high end.
I could see you in a Hugo Boss suit. I could see that.
On the other hand, I'm more than happy to do Lyle and Scott, Sondico, and and Vauxhall. Anything else?
Actually, see, you know Al Foran, don't you, the comedian?
Yeah.
He used to deal with Renault. He gets a spanking new Renault each year. And I was like, he slid into my DMs. And I was like, first thing I wanted to ask was, mate, about that Renault gig. You know, how, please? Because I drive a Renault. I genuinely do. Renault, you hear me? Renault Ireland. I drive a Renault Megane. I know you hide what car you drive. And I've been trying to figure it out for ages because you've got your dash cam and stuff. But I'm very proud of you because you're not flash. I'll give you that one.
Driving with Goldbridge is back tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. You're not flash. No leather seats or anything like. Fair play.
No.
That was me, and I had your level. I would be driving around in a Ferrari with a Rolex, wearing a Hugo Boss suit.
Trust me, if you're at my level, you wouldn't be driving around in a Ferrari.
There we go.
Oh, it's a goal. It's Gerard Mourinho. No, it's not. It's Laporte. It's 2-0 right at half time. Spain are looking comfortable now.
Made a deep run from France all the way to the far post. Nodded in there to go 2-0 up for Spain.
2-0 to France.
That's them safely through at this point, as you said. There's not a chance in hell Slovakia scoring 2.
Yeah. The Sweden-Poland game is probably the more interesting one in the second half, to be honest with you.
Good work by Gerard Moreno to keep the ball in play and hang it up there. Dubravka, oh no, he's just seen the ball in the air and he's getting flashbacks.
How did Laporte get to go from France to Spain then? Did he just never play a competitive game for France?
No, I think he did. I think there's some new rule if you've played less than 3 I don't know if it's under 21 or there's some. They've tweaked the rules again. I can't keep it up. Ever since you fuckers, Nick Rice and Grealish, I've given up.
Well, I was talking about that last night. I don't think it's fair. Half time anyway in the Poland-Sweden game. And we're just about to hit half time here. We need a half time topic. Have you got any top 5s or topics you want to talk about, Craig, as a guest?
I always like to talk about kits. That's usually my go-to. I love retro kits and stuff. I mean,
Yeah, we're not doing that. Boring.
I'm at brand deals, mate. We can try and attract. We can try and throw fishing rods.
I'm sure the live chat will love that.
We can throw a few fishing rods out and see what sticks.
Yeah, Driving with Goldbridge is back tomorrow. I've not done anything on my channel for ages, so I'm going to do something tomorrow.
Here he was earlier on. Rewind back this video to the start where he slags off me and Anfield Agenda for not putting out enough content, and here he is. Yeah, I haven't done that, and I couldn't be bothered, to be honest with you folks. I mean,
but that's my personal channel
tomorrow because I need milk. That's why it's back. I need a drop of milk.
Never played a senior game for France, says Anfield Agenda. The brains behind the channel. That's probably Connor.
I've never denied that. Never.
You're not
You're absolutely spot on.
Basically, Craig on Anfield Agenda is like bloody emu. You know, Connor's got his hand up his back, and he's just a puppet. The genius. It's like me. It's like Droughty and Ryan behind the scenes at United Stand, and that's football. You know, they just say.
To be honest,
they just say to me every day, get up, get in front of the camera, do your Gary Barlow, do your bloody Jim White, talk shit, and we'll be laughing.
Pull out the hits. Mark's got on his greatest hits tour soon.
Who wants some Jim White? Sky Sports, Jim White, Sky Sports, breaking news. Absolutely incredible. It's Gary Barlow. I need to get some more.
You need a bit of Eamon Dunphy. I mean, from your time over here. He's a spoofer, but nah. He's a spoofer, nah.
Eamon Dunphy would have been great, but nobody knows who he is in England because I didn't know who he was until I went there. Then I really liked him. Then I come back to England. People are like, who are you on about? And that's the problem.
Oh, the best pundits on television during that era of Bill O'Hurley, Eamon Dunphy, John Giles, Liam Brady. It was just gold every single week. Eamon Dunphy showed up tired and emotional a few times, let's just say.
John Gray just said, did you say driving with Goldbridge or diving with Goldbridge? The thing is, I could probably do diving with Goldbridge and it would probably get the same views as driving with Goldbridge. Like somebody actually said to me the other day, I was talking about doing a ranking video and they said, Goldbridge ranks the top 5 bridges in the world would be a banging video. And I'm like, oh, the sad thing is it probably would.
Q Mark flying to San Francisco.
Here I am today, stood next to the Golden Gate Bridge. I will give this a score of 5 out of 10 because I don't.
And this has been brought to you by Ferrari.
Yeah,
as I drive across the bridge.
Yeah, no, brought to you by Ryanair. Budget flights for under £50. That'll be me.
I won't have a word said against Ryanair. By the way, I defend them to the death.
No, I do.
You know what you're getting.
I'll do a brand deal with Ryanair.
I think O'Leary should be running this country. If I'm being honest with you.
Let's do top 5. What was the thing we didn't do top 5 of than before? Top 5 goalkeepers in the world. Okay, that's a good one. Top 5 goalkeepers in the world. This is it. This is the one. This is the one. This is the one. Oh, this is the one. Right. We're waiting for
what we'll agree on. All Black.
This is the one. This is the one. I'm just tweeting it so people can come in. This is the one. Have we done it already?
I certainly haven't done it with you. Maybe you did it with the A-team Rory. Maybe. I don't know.
No, I didn't do it then. Somebody just said top 5 porn stars. You missed out so close. It was top 5 porn stars or top 5 goalkeepers. And being as it's before 8 o'clock at night, the watershed, we'll have to do top 5 teams. Mitch says Slovakia are a dead team. They actually are. They're shit. Please subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. England could play Hungary. No chance. Never going to happen. Don't get your hopes up. So top 5 goalkeepers in the world. We will go, obviously, I think Oblak is a consideration. But let's do it by league, and then we can have a short list. So we start off with France. Any goalkeepers in the French league that make you go,
No.
Navas, PSG. No, there's nobody. The German league. Are there any goalkeepers in the German league? There's definitely one that springs to mind.
Yes, Manuel Neuer, obviously.
Noir, as I call him.
They used to be strong.
I'll tell you who's a good goalkeeper. Before the chat jump in. And I've been impressed with him in the Euros as well. And I can't remember his bloody name. The Hungarian goalkeeper for RB Leipzig. He's very, very
good. He used to be a Liverpool player. Peter Galaxy.
That doesn't sound right.
Well, if he plays for Leipzig.
Yeah. That's it. Galaxy, yeah. You're right.
He used to play for Liverpool and then move. Prince William lookalike.
Yeah, I don't know whether I'd put him in the top 5, but I put him in a consideration for the top 5. People are saying Sommer. You're having a laugh. He's had a good tournament for Switzerland, but he's not top 5 in the world. No way. The Leipzig goalkeeper I quite like. I put him as an outsider. Italian league, Italiano. I mean, Oblak's is in that league, isn't he? So no, he's not.
No,
I'm thinking of Handanovic.
I do like. He's the one I always wanted Liverpool to get as a challenger for Alisson. I've always liked Handanovic.
Donnarumma, I don't know about Donnarumma because he never seems to get tested. He's one of those goalkeepers that's a good goalkeeper, but I never really see him making loads and loads of saves. Is Donnarumma there yet? Is he just potential?
He's got Gigi Buffon, but he's 42 and his best days are definitely behind him.
Yeah, Buffon's no good now. A lot of people saying Donnarumma has got to be in there.
No, he does. He's nowhere near the top 5 goalkeepers in the world. I'm sorry, he just isn't.
Well, anyone else from Italy? Who's the best goalkeeper in Italy then? Italian league, Serie A. Handanovic is a good goalkeeper.
He's a very good keeper. Yes, he's very solid. It would have been Alisson, but we took him.
Get out.
He's done all right though at Juventus. Did he move to Roma Juventus or Juventus Roma? I can't remember, but he did all right. I wouldn't put him up there. I'm not making that argument, but
We're doing top 5 goalkeepers in the world at the moment. I'm going to put Donnarumma in there. Did you see the comments Jose made on Bruno? Yes, Marcus and James. He's just a bitter ex. Shout out to my ex.
How has Donnarumma made it? On what criteria has Donnarumma made the top 5 goalkeepers in the world?
Because he's well rated and a lot of people like him. He's not in the top 5 yet. He's in consideration. Nobody's in the top 5 yet.
We just moved to Spain, the Premier League, because that's where we're going to find the answers.
We are just about to go to Spain. I'm just trying to fix something on my arm. My bracelet's come undone and it's annoying. Ow! I think I broke it. Right, Spain.
Courtois.
Oblak.
I'm
not. I see. This is where we're different then, because I don't rate Courtois.
I rate him higher than Donnarumma. I think he's what Donnarumma wants to be. Yeah, if we're looking at a big, tall, gangly keeper, I think he certainly proved himself far more than Gianluigi Donnarumma has.
Ter Stegen.
Yeah, I kind of slept on him for a while. I have to say, I kind of underrated Ter Stegen, but he's a very, very good goalkeeper.
Does he play in goal for the Dutch? He's not Dutch, is he?
No, I always thought he was as well.
Who does he play in goal for?
Stecklenburg's the Dutch keeper, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think he
might be Spanish. He's German.
He's German.
Yeah. Well, you can't be criticised for thinking he's Dutch, because Germany and Holland are very close together.
Neuer and Bayern Munich had a hissy fit when he was getting a run out in the German team. Do you remember? He was starting ahead of Manuel Neuer for a while.
So I don't know about Ter Stegen. I think he's a bit overrated. Like Harvey Dean says, I think he's a little bit overrated, Ter Stegen. But
it's certainly better than Donnarumma.
I'm not putting him in anyway. England Premier League. So and don't nobody tell me Leno. I'd rather have Ben Foster in than Leno, actually.
Alisson has to be in the list. Has to be.
He's had a terrible season though.
He's been injured a lot of it, to be fair. I think you're probably thinking of Adrian.
He made about 4 games in a row. He cost you goals, didn't he?
Yes, it happens though. It happens with the way that our keepers like Ederson and it happened as well with United. Well, when you play out the way they do at times, they do get in a bit of trouble. But I still say 1-on-1, a player closing through on goal, Alisson. I mean, he is magnificent. I'm not just saying that he's a Liverpool keeper. Honestly, he is top notch.
Ederson,
poor man's Alisson.
I've never been overjoyed by Ederson, to be honest. I actually think he's one of those goalkeepers that gets thrown into the equation that doesn't do much because he plays for Man City. So if you play for Man City, you're not going to face as many shots, are you? So, and you know what? I'm not going to put De Gea in there because obviously I think that would be deluded. But I do actually think he's had a good season. He just missed the penalty, which is obviously disappointing.
Don't understand for the life of me how it's even a debate between him and Henderson in Solskjaer's mind. I don't get it. I mean, Henderson has potential. I won't doubt that, but he's not there yet.
This is United for you. We have this obsession about certain players because they came through the youth setup. We've had it for years. It's been a problem for years.
What do you think of Mandy or Mondi from Chelsea, the guy they brought in from Ron?
I think he's a good goalkeeper based on the fact that I don't ever notice him for anything bad. I don't ever notice him making real mistakes. I think he has been quite good. Is he in the top 5 in the world? Well, he's actually had a very good season for Chelsea. They got to 2 finals. They got into top 4.
You consider how much they spent on Kepa, and then he kind of came in under the radar, and there was not even a challenge. It was like, I'm here, I'm number 1. Yeah, I mean, again, it's tough to make an argument because he's so early in his career as to why he'd be
There's a good shout coming in from the chat, and I actually put him in my Premier League Team of the Year as the goalkeeper, Emi Martinez at Villa.
He's had I still look back at how Arsenal managed to let him go, and I look at him even playing for Argentina the other night. He is a very fine goalkeeper.
Yeah, I don't know whether to put him in the top 5, but he's had a fantastic season. I think really we've got it down to Neuer, Galacci, Donnarumma, Oblak, Courtois, and Alisson as the top 6. And you'd probably drop out Galacci, I suppose.
Yeah, I wouldn't see Galaxy in the top
Kasper
five.
Schmeichel, actually, what are we doing? Kasper Schmeichel is a fantastic keeper.
Oh, not just a fantastic keeper, but a fantastic leader, a fantastic man, a fantastic. Yeah, he is. I mean, big shoes
I'd
to
kick
fill.
Donnarumma out for Schmeichel, definitely.
I'd back that sentiment. I mean, I'd feel more comfortable having him if I was a defender.
So our top five, everybody, is Neuer, Schmeichel, Oblak, Alisson, and Courtois as our top five.
It's not a bad list at all, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, people are saying, what about Mendy? What about Ederson? Look, it's not meant to be. That's the whole point of having a top five debate. If we had a top five and it was just easy to pick, it wouldn't have been a half-time debate, would it? But I've never been a massive fan of Ederson, and that's nothing to do with him playing for Man City. Look, he doesn't. He's Brazil's number 2, isn't he?
I just think with Mendy as well, if we have this conversation in a year or two's time, he could absolutely be there. It's just very early in his career. But he's had
I think that Emi Martinez could be there as well. I don't know how old he is. I mean, keepers' ages are always weird anyway.
Yeah, Handanovic seems to have been in his early 30s for the last 15 years.
Yeah. He's 28, Emi Martinez. And,
he's got a good 8 years left on a minimum then, hasn't he?
Yeah. And he's played 5 times for Argentina. I don't know whether he's their number 1 now, but probably not.
He is. No, he is.
Yeah.
He's playing for them in the Copa America.
Yeah, he's a good goalkeeper. I like him. Lloris, no way. I mean, Chuck. So our top 5 is Neuer, Schmeichel, Oblak, Courtois, Alisson. We will have a look at your suggestions now and see if they can replace anybody. But Mendy's over 30 already, apparently, says Lucas. I didn't know Mendy was that old, actually.
Is he really? I think the thing about Lloris is he is the epitome of a keeper with mistakes on him.
Yeah. I think he's overrated, Lloris.
He can make some really good saves, but I wouldn't feel confident.
He plays in goal for Spurs. 29, Edouard Mendy.
Wow. God.
But Ter Stegen, no, we spoke about him. Navas, we spoke about him. Yeah, Lloris, I like Lloris, but again, I just think he's a French Ben Foster.
Who made the decision, by the way, to get rid of Emi Martinez and keep the keepers that they have at Arsenal? I mean,
Arsenal fans love Leno, though.
But he's shite.
And most of the time I watch Arsenal, the goals they concede are down to him.
He's bang. He's not awful. He's bang average.
I think he can have good. I think he's a shot stopper, isn't he? He'll make the good shot stops, but there's a lapse in concentration there.
I suppose we're not including Karius in this list, to be honest with you.
But I do think they made a mistake. Oh, good look at that! Look at that double miss by Lewandowski there. You seen this? 1 onto the bar, 2 onto the bar, and then through his legs.
I'm just glad nobody said Pickford. Fair play to all of you for having the cup on, not to put Pickford in this list.
How does Lewandowski miss that second one? That's the sort of thing I'd do. I'd see it in front of me, an open goal. I'd just get overexcited and mess it up. I'd be like, oh, hey, it's going to happen. I'm going to score, Mum. Miss.
A little hint to Mark's bedroom life there, ladies and gentlemen. Overexcited. You know what I mean? Happens to the best of us.
I've got no problems there. A star.
You mightn't. It's not you that we need to ask me.
As long as I get the job done, I'm the winner. Simple as. Sancho imminent, according to Fabrizio. Any updates on your end, Mark? Thank God it's over soon. Romano has not said it's imminent for a start, so that's not true from Jeff. But it will happen. It will happen. Got no doubts about that.
You have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Fabrizio, don't you?
No.
I mean, you've been very cranky about anything Fabrizio related during this chat.
No, it's people lying that's getting on my nerves.
Oh, they do my head in, mate. Especially when it's their own fan base they're lying to.
Yeah. No, Romano's not lying. People are saying that Romano said it's imminent when he hasn't.
Can I give a little shout out to somebody for once? A very fine young YouTuber that's coming through. He's a Spurs fan who needs all the help that he can get. Matt Hayes. I don't know if you've seen him. He is a very fine YouTuber. I mean, very, very good at what he does. I want to give a little shout out. A fellow Irishman as well.
1 minute, mate. I've just got to sort something.
So this is where I get to entertain you, ladies and gentlemen. Right, let's go. What have we got in the comments? Goldbridge is here for a few minutes as we about to get underway. Spain kick off the start of the second half. Gianluigi Buffon, somebody said in the chat with regards to the goalkeeping situation. Look, Gigi Buffon's one of the greats of all time, no doubt about it. But, he's gone back to Parma now in the second division in Italy to, I suppose, finish his career where that big career of his began before that big, I think it was 30 million quid, a record at the time when he went to Juventus. Salah or Mane? See, Jamie, I don't do them things, mate, where I compare one Liverpool player against the other because I just say we're very fortunate to have both. And as a Liverpool fan, I want to enjoy them while they're at the club. Boring, said Scared Ringo. Then, as I always say, mate, no one's keeping you here. No one's forcing you here. If you think it's boring, piss off. It's as simple as that. Looking good today, said Snake Easter. Thank you. I need to tune my camera settings a little bit here for this particular, for StreamYard. I hadn't got a chance to mess around with them. Oh, look, he's putting it in again. Boring. Put the game on. Boring. Mate, again, feel free to disappear. Do you know what I mean? It's not Goldbridge you're dealing with here. It's Ballbridge. I say it as it is. Cave update on Sancho. Don't mind Cave, Solacol. He takes half the stuff from Twitter. Don't be minded. And if you say that mean to him, he'll just block you anyway. Because, that's the way he rolls. It's okay, Mark. I've just been insulting your audience here while you've been gone.
I'm back. I don't mean to be the point, but why isn't Sancho playing at all? Doesn't Kane need the service? Says Stephen. And what about the Villarreal goalkeeper? Says Leach.
I'm trying to think of who he is.
Portugal have got to lose by 4 goals to go out, says Chris.
They're a team that, by the way, I know they have the great Cristiano and all, but with Jota, with Ronaldo Sanchez and the caliber of footballer that they have, I mean, they really, you can't write them off at all.
Yeah, Ronaldo's got 3 goals as well, in a team that's not actually done that well. You're wrong anyway. Portugal need to lose by 3 goals to go out because Portugal have got a goal difference of 1. And if they go down to -2, which would be conceding 3 goals, then that would put them out. Because that would put Ukraine above them in the 3rd place stakes. So 3-0. And it could happen.
Yeah, that's a very interesting game tonight, that France-Portugal game.
Oh, God. We've upset the Barcelona fans. This happened to me about 4 months ago.
I am one, so, I'm one of them.
It's Dave from Norwich again. He's sat at home in his messy kit and he'll be kicking his sofa, going, "Fucking Goldbridge has done it again! He's disrespected the leader again! I can't believe it!"
What's he moaning about?
Have you ever watched Barcelona play? No! I thought I'd just say something about a goalkeeper I've never bloody watched.
But I think we said Ter Stegen was a very good keeper. We even spoke about his challenge with Neuer.
We've not put a Barcelona player in the world's top 5. It's the ultimate sin. You're not in the top 5. You're not even in the top 10 teams in the world anymore. You're shite. So, get with it.
I have to say, Ter Stegen, he was thereabouts. We did both agree he was a fine goalkeeper, but I mean, yeah, it always amazes me how people get so butthurt about these
Barcelona
things.
In the top 10 in the world anymore?
Top 10? Yeah, I'd say they're probably top 10. I think anything, you said about Cristiano, anything that has Messi in it should be in the top 10, I'd say.
They probably just about slip into the top 10 in the world, to be fair. Barcelona are still better than United. Yeah, but they're not. They're not. Like, what are we living? Are we living in a world of your make-believe, or are we going to live in a world of actual fact? Like, Manchester United finished 2nd in the Premier League. The Premier League is the best league in the world. The Premier League had the 2 finalists in the Champions League, and we came 2nd in it. So, look, I think you might be right. Maybe Barcelona could beat Manchester United in a game, but that's not how football works. If France win the World Cup, if France win the Euros, and Spain get knocked out in the quarterfinal and they never play with each other, Spain might have beaten France, but they didn't. France won it. That's the way it works. Manchester United finished in a far better position than Barcelona in a harder league. But anyway, you know what? Actually, it's like saying Saka's better than Greenwood. I'm not getting involved in these baby arguments anymore. Get on football Twitter and start moaning again about, Goldbridge says Barcelona wouldn't beat United, and they would. They would. Prove it. Prove it. You can't bloody prove it. So it's a pointless argument. I'm not arguing about Saka's better than Greenwood. And I'm not arguing about Barcelona's better than United. Let's just agree we're both shit and nowhere near where we should be. Because we can't even win the argument because we don't know how good we are because we can't fucking win anything, either of us. So, there.
You might get a chance now that you're back into the Champions League to prove this. I mean, you did lose to the team
I think if United got Sancho and Varane, they'd be better than Barcelona. As a Barcelona fan, I don't know why you think you're good. They're just not the same anymore, are they?
No, absolutely not. They aren't the same. But there is still, there's some great young prospects coming through. Pedri, Ansu Fati. There's some very good players coming through the Barcelona system as well. And you've still got Messi, Gini Wijnaldum. They brought in Depay, who I'm not overly gone on. Aguero, I think, you might get a few goals out of him in the slower Spanish league. But you're right, they are not that team that
they're not going to cause. To be fair, they're not going to cause Liverpool, Chelsea, Man City any problems.
No, keep Messi quiet, you win the game. It's as simple as that. Michael
Southcombe says, question for Craig, who do you want Liverpool to get in the transfer window?
I'm really, at this point, I'm afraid to even think of who we might get. I like the look of Daniel Malin. I have to say, I can see there's been a few links that maybe he's seen as a long-term Roberto Firmino replacement, but that will still lead to the argument amongst Liverpool fans of, we still need a proper 9. But I think Salah should go centrally. Genuinely, I do. I think as he gets a little bit older, I'd like to see him reinvent himself like Ronaldo and put himself as a striker. So Daniel Malin, and I wouldn't mind a pacey winger. I really wouldn't. I mean, Rafinha maybe. I think we're going to go for Jude Bellingham next summer, though. I don't think he won't move this summer, nor do we have the money. But I really feel that groundwork has been done by Hendo and that at the England camp, and I really see that. I think Jude Bellingham will be the big play from Liverpool.
Yeah. You'll definitely make some signings because, as you say, you've lost Wijnaldum, haven't you? So you do need to replace him. You don't want to go into another season with issues in an area. You solve your centre back issues and then you're short in midfield.
Yeah, I mean, we are going to move players on. Grujic looks like we could have maybe a potential of a swap deal for Vieira, but I know Grujic probably gone to Porto. Origi probably, he's been linked with a move to Turkey, as I think has Shaqiri, whose value probably went up a few quid because he scored a worldie the other day. So that might finally help us move him on. There's one player at every club, Mark, isn't there, that fans divide over? Maybe Dan James at United, but at Liverpool, it's Harry Wilson. Some Liverpool fans think Harry Wilson hasn't been given the opportunity. I just don't think he's good enough. McGinn to Liverpool? No. I think if Villa are going to be stripped of some assets this summer, and Grealish in particular, they're not going to sell John McGinn as well. Nor would we pay the premium for a Premier League player like that. I think it's 50 million. You've been linked with him as well, if I haven't been mistaken. I'm sure I've seen your name. United linked to him.
Yeah, I wouldn't want him.
I mean, the last time we signed a Scottish midfielder, we ended up with Charlie Adam.
I did consider him at some point, but I think that he's probably, not the level required. I think when he came up with Villa, he was worth looking at, but he's not a top 4 player.
I think he seems very settled, though, with Aston Villa. And things are going well for him. He's playing well. System suits him. I don't see why, if I'm him, I wouldn't be looking to move on.
He's probably an Arsenal player, to be fair. Sort of mid-table club. I don't see him at a top 4 club. If he was at Liverpool, he'd be on the bench. He'd hardly play. Be a little bit like Shaqiri.
I know it's probably unfair of me to say this, but he always looks like he might be a couple of kilos heavier than he maybe, or maybe he just has that body shape. I don't know. Because he does have a good engine. I will give him that.
Yeah, I think it's probably the body shape. His shorts always look a bit tight.
Luke Shaw always gets that as well. And Luke Shaw is a very good engine.
Yeah. God, there's been some certain United fans. He's in. Oh, what a waste. What a waste.
Won't even go down as a shot on target because it was going wide.
Poundland Ronaldo. It's a lovely ball. But he's got no talent there.
Do you think that Spurs will end up selling Kane? And where do you think Grealish goes? Or does he move?
I think Kane will push hard for the deal to happen, but I don't know who. Lovely play by Sweden, and it goes for a corner. Isaac again. He's a threat. He's a good player, Isaac. I suppose Kane's probably going to go to Man City because it's the only place he can go to, isn't it? But Grealish again. I mean, people are going to have to spend big money to get these players in, aren't they?
There is another train of thought, though. If for some reason PSG can't keep hold of Mbappe, I wonder, maybe... Oh, here we go. 3-0. 3-0.
Oh, it's so easy. It's so easy. And funnily enough, none of the strikers have scored, have they?
Sarabia with this one, yeah.
3-0 to Spain. They've scored goals. Does it make them a threat? No, I don't think so. Does it make them a threat to you?
It's Slovakia. I don't really see, as you said, they don't look like they're going to score. It seems like you can commit as many men forward as you want at this point. And I wonder, though, if PSG can keep Mbappe, I wonder if we will see maybe a little Pochettino-Harry Kane reunion. It would certainly be more palatable to Daniel Levy to get him out of the Premier League than to sell him to a rival. But Kane's on fault. He signed that 6-year deal.
Yeah. It's going to cost him a lot of money.
Mina Raiola would have been rolling around the place having fits. Imagine one of his players signing a 6-year deal at a club.
Somebody just said, who will Spain play if they go through? Well, Spain are in group...
They're second in the group now, aren't they? Because Sweden win and puts Sweden top.
They're in Group E. And second in Group E plays Croatia. They'll fancy that.
That game has snooze fest written all over it.
Monday at 5 o'clock.
So you can take it now that I'll be doing that game Monday at 5 o'clock here, because Goldbridge will be like, no way am I sitting through that. Give that to him.
Well, I know definitely we'll need you for the Tuesday at 8 o'clock because England are playing at 5. And I'm like, I'll probably be delayed getting on. It's 2-0 to Sweden as well. That's probably secured the top 2. Sweden with the second goal. Poland need 3. It's over, I think.
I tell you what, fair play to Sweden. Fair play. I mean, nobody would have really thought they'd top this group. Forsberg again.
2 goals.
Another Leipzig player, by the way. I mean, we've mentioned Leipzig a few times during this stream with some decent players that got through under the radar.
On the break again. Good pace. I think it's Larson actually on the right. 3v3. Takes his time. Cuts it back to the edge. And it's a lovely hit. So much time on the edge of the box. Another one on the edge of the box shot. Seen a lot of good goals. It's a lovely goal as well. Keeper can't save that.
That's a great example there of just passing the ball into the net. Don't have to put your laces through it all the time. Just guide it.
Half an hour to go. And these games have actually... Well, Sweden and Spain have just took hold of them. And Poland and Slovakia will be going home. Poland with 1 point, Slovakia with 3 points, but their goal difference has taken a hammering, so they will be going out. And that's what Portugal have got to be careful about later on.
Yeah, maybe that goal they pulled back, that second goal they pulled back against Germany could help them in the end, could really save them. We spoke about this in the first streams. The goal difference could be a massive factor. Jordi Alba's down here for Spain. A little clip on his ankle.
Who will Sweden play? I was just looking at that there. Sweden are top of Group E, aren't they? So, I think they play one of the third place clubs. Yeah, they play on. Sweden will play next Tuesday night at 8 o'clock against a third place club from. I don't know how the third place thing works. Apparently, they're going to play third place from B, C, or D. I don't know how it works. B is, well, it won't be Finland. C won't be Ukraine. Probably going to play Czech Republic. I think. I don't really know how it works. Poland have got a goal back. It might not be over yet. Lewandowski.
Got to be the big man. Let's have a change here. Let's have a watch of this goal.
I missed it. Too busy. Missed the bloody goal. I'll probably see it on the other screen. Here it is. So it's a lovely goal by Lewandowski out of nothing. Fantastic. He says, get the ball, we go again.
What a career that man has had, by the way. I mean, robbed of a Ballon d'Or last year because they cancelled it.
I think he'll get it this year because he's had another great season for Bayern Munich.
Yeah, he broke Gerd Muller's record, didn't he?
Yeah, so I think he'll get it.
I'll tell you what, Modric's goal yesterday against Scotland. Oh, that was filth. Still haven't showed that Poland goal, actually, on the channel I'm watching. I swapped over and I'd missed it. Oh, here we go. He got a lot to do there, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's a lovely goal. Lovely goal. With half an hour to go, it's not necessarily over. If they can get another one, then another one.
Slovakia manager just looks completely at sea there. Just looks lost on the sideline. Was it Slovakia that knocked out Northern Ireland on the penalty shootout? In the playoffs? I'm sure the chat will know.
Yeah,
God,
I think it was.
I think Northern Ireland would have had a better pop at this, I think.
But you don't want too many of the dodgy British sides in it. I felt Scotland and Wales was enough. He says as an English fan, we've been shit. We've been absolutely shit.
I'm really happy that one of Wales and Denmark will be in the quarters. That genuinely makes me happy that one of those two will be there.
What is...
I mean, as a Liverpool fan, by the way, I'm kind of torn here because one half of me's gone great. Thiago's not getting any minutes in his legs here. This is brilliant. So he go back to Liverpool fresh. You might have the same thing with Sancho.
Yeah, well, he's going to be hungry. Certainly, Southgate's going to make him very hungry to succeed.
I had seen Jan Fjordhoff actually say something like Southgate mustn't have been watching much of the Bundesliga because Sancho's being cracking for him.
Yeah.
.27 to go in the Spanish game. It's 3-0. It's just a matter of how many at this point, folks. And I wouldn't even say, Mark, that Spain have been overly impressive.
I just think Slovakia are crap. Really crap.
But we did get that Dubravka goal, so that makes everything worthwhile.
Marco, you're not... How can you... I love people who do this in the chat. Sorry, Mark, I like your chat, but I've been banned for no reason. How are you banned when I'm reading the fact that you're telling me you're banned?
Timed out, maybe. Was he?
Probably timed out, yeah.
I love when people play innocent on that one. They message you on Twitter or something. I'm banned and I've got absolutely no reason why I did nothing wrong. You get onto your moderators and they show you a screenshot of what it was.
Yeah,
and you're like,
same
okay,
on Twitter.
mate.
What are you banned before on Twitter? I haven't done anything. Yeah, I don't remember exactly why I banned you on Twitter.
Someone can't work the microwave.
Yeah. Please, Poland, says Liquid. Ferran Torres is going to come on now. 25 minutes to go. Do you guys think...
I won't be around tonight. Give me your predictions for the games tonight.
I think France will beat Portugal. I think Germany will beat Hungary.
I think that could be a massacre, to be honest with you, the Germany-Hungary game.
Yeah. Imagine if Hungary won. Do you guys think Italian football is on the way up again when you see the national teams as per Eric Klassen? Well, yeah, but it's not just about that, is it? It's, you know, the Premier League's the best league in the world and England are shit. just because Italy, it flips the other way. Just because Italy have got a very good national team doesn't mean that their league's on the way up. Premier League's is comfortably the best league in the world, but England are not a reflection of it. So, Spain's got a good league. I don't think their national team's that good either.
I'll tell you what, the Bundesliga goes under the radar. Some of the talent that's in that league. They're taking off. They're taking off Morata.
For Ferran Torres. Why are managers rejecting Spurs? Lopetegui also. Troy Sauce. Well, I can't think why they might be rejecting him, to be honest.
They probably won't agree with Harry Kane's team selections.
Apparently, Man City have got a 15% sell-on clause in relation to Sancho.
That's interesting. Clever business. It really does look foolish that they let him go, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. But
although maybe we're looking. Oh, there's another goal. 4-0.
Oh, it's domination now. I mean, we've been taking the pitch. Isaac's coming off the screen.
He's only on the pitch. He's only on the pitch. He scored.
Yeah, Ferran Torres.
They bring Torres on. Bang.
It's funny. We've been taking the proverbial out of Spain for not scoring goals, and they have missed a penalty today, and they've scored 4 goals now.
Nice little move, to be fair, from the corner. Always going short. Little 1-2. Torres run to the near post. Onside, no doubt about it. Lovely little flick. I love them little flicks. I do love goals, them little flicks.
The thing is, yet again, we've had people question the tournament. We've had loads of goals again. We've had 7 goals in these 2 games.
That's a fair point. Yeah, it's a fair point. Lovely. I love them flicks. I still think there's another goal to be had in your game, though. I think that Poland-Sweden game has another goal in it.
I just had a message from Danny from the script.
Went to school up the road for me. In Slovakia.
He doesn't know who you are, though, does he? He might do now.
We went to different schools together.
You'll be well older than him.
Danny, not that much older, to be fair. I mean, we're both younger than you. That's the main thing.
Whatever. I'm not having this.
But the truth? Facts?
No, I'm not having the truth. I don't deal in the truth.
Oh, just got a message from Matt there. Thank me for the shout out on the channel. There you go. Looking after the little folk, much like you here with me.
Matt who?
I just begged up the Spurs fan a while ago, mate. Come on.
Matt Hayes.
Yes, lovely lad. Unlike me in every way, in that he researches the crap out of his streams before he does them, like full of stats, statistics, analysis.
You gotta love people who do that.
Yeah, complete antithesis of me. I mean, I got that word out there. I was building up my head going, go on, go for it. Throw it out there. You can do it. I know, there is some fine YouTubers out there doing really good work that may never get the recognition because they don't have a 7-2 clip.
7-2 clip, yeah. Or a pink boots. Or an over the line. It's not over the line. I mean, if we were bands, you would be Aqua, Barbie Girl with your one-hit wonder, and I'd be U2 with about 8 albums worth of brilliant little clips.
It's funny
you need to move past that. You one-hit wonder. You don't want to be Andy Tate.
He says whipping out the Gary Barlow's earlier on, huh?
I have got a lot of good clips.
But I've got a lot of substance, you see. That's the difference. I'm not a clip merchant. I'm a solid 90-minute man.
See how defensive you're getting. I'm just saying you need more good clips.
Funnily enough, I did say this to my wife before. My dream scenario in life is to go and write a one-hit wonder and piss off and just go into insignificance and just have those checks fall through the letterbox once a year, like writing Fairy Tale in New York or something. That's my dream. Just have those Christmas checks every year.
I'd love it.
Plus, I won't have a damn word said against Aqua, by the way. I'll defend them to the death.
Yeah, but the definition of a of a one-hit wonder.
Are
Definitely.
we forgetting Turn Back Time? We're sleeping on Turn Back Time. If only I could turn back. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm sliding
to be
doors.
honest, that was actually a better version than they sang because they were pretty crap. But actually, I instantly did remember it. There was a bit very different change of direction from "I'm a Barbie Girl." That was.
It was, yeah, it was. In fairness, I mean,
Of course, you've got the king of the.
I'm more. I'm blue. Dabba dee dabba die. That's more my personality type.
Bewitched.
Oh, I fight like me dad.
Get a life.
Oh, I think everybody had a crush.
If you could, I think I lived in Ireland when Bewitched came out, and even I, as a non-Irishman, was offended by how they cliched that whole thing up to fuck. Let's sing a song and let's go to a musical where we're doing the river dance.
Did you get Levi's brand deal immediately? Double denim everywhere.
Yeah.
One of them was Shane from Boy's Own Sister. There's 5 now, another own goal.
I think 2 of them were, oh, God. Slovakia. You know, at that point, you probably just want to walk off the pitch. 5-0.
Pau Torres.
Oh, United fans will be going mad.
I've always rated him. Very, very underwhelming in regards to how much interest there's been in a player, Pau Torres. Very good at VRL. Oh, Thiago's on. Who did he slip on as well? No wonder the goals are pouring in now. Thiago's on the pitch.
Dictator.
Let's see, was this an own goal? I think it was. I think the defender got it right in the line.
For everyone who's talking about Sancho, I'm fully aware, and I'm going to have to be doing a video at 7 o'clock. Wasn't planning on it, but I think I need to. So 7 o'clock on the United.
Laporte forgetting how to head the ball, inadvertently sends it to Pau Torres. He heads it down, hits the Bravka, and then just kick it into my own net. Why not? See the keeper do earlier on. Apparently, this is what we do. Boom. 5-0. Spain are going to set the world record here, I think, in a tournament mark for the most own goals that they've got.
And penalties. It's a hammering here. Poland are pushing hard. They can still... They need to win. Got cracking eyes, Pau Torres. They're very light blue. Slovakia's going home big time. I mean, at the start of the game, they were actually looking like they might be in a good position. They're not.
They've got the kit though. They do have a nice kit, and we can give them that.
I'm sure that'll keep them happy, Craig, knowing you're seeing they've got a good kit.
Plus, they have the Bravka meme for life now.
Yeah, it all started from that.
What a way to start, though! What a way to start. We want 6. We want 6. Come on, Spain. Not enough international teams with pink kits, by the way. I want to put that out there. I know Scotland had one a while ago, but we need more pink in football. And not that David Beckham into Miami off pink nonsense that they've come up with.
I'm surprised you all haven't done it yet.
I think Leicester had a pink one, didn't they? Very recently.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad, actually, that wasn't too bad. Good life.
Had 3 emails since I've been on here, Mark. Could be 3 brand deals in the inbox here.
Have you?
3, either that or they're spam. One or the other. Could be 3 brand deals here. Well, hang on, let me just check. Ferrari, check. Right. Yeah, Hugo Boss, check. Rolex, no, not a Rolex man myself.
Must be dreaming.
Give me a Casio calculator watch any day.
Ferrari. Putting you in a Ferrari.
I have an advanced driving qualification. Don't be slagging. You probably have the same, do you? From your previous employment, an advanced driving qualification.
No. I'm a very good driver, but they just didn't bother doing it.
I'm an excellent driver. 8 o'clock for Wabner, 342 metrics. The Rain Man over here. Do you know what? What's your dream gig? I mean, I have a dream job that I've always wanted to do, and it's own a pawn shop. It's always been my dream, is to own a pawn shop.
A pawn?
Pawn. 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 Not porn. Pawn.
It's always been your dream to own a pawn shop. Right, okay. Whatever rocked your boat.
I've always wanted to be a seedy person. I just love the idea of having these boots.
I just love men coming in big waistcoats and buying, whips and stuff. Not me, not my words. They're the words of Craig, who wants to run a pawn shop.
No, I've always wanted a pawn shop. Like Holden Pawn.
You said it again. You said it again.
The name works for itself. Holden Pawn just works.
Holden Pawn. God.
I mean, surely you watch Pawn Stars. Surely you do.
Come on. You're taking the piss now.
You don't watch Pawn Stars?
No.
You don't know who Chumley, Rick Harris, and Big Hoss are?
I know what you're talking about. But you're just trying to catch me out. I'm
not. It's an amazing show. I watch it every single day.
I think the live chat knows a few porn stars as well.
Oh yeah, no, I've been caught with that. Was it Lana Rhodes? I've been caught with. Would you do a shout out to her a few times? Because I don't know. I'm not as up on.
He's on the chat a lot as well.
Is Johnny Sins a porn star? Because I get called him all the time. In which case, I'm taking it as a compliment. If that is the case. Yeah, I always get baited, always, because I'm so naive about certain things. I always get. You want to say hello to people, you want to do something nice and go, hi Lana, how are you?
Well, there was a certain person. I think it's all stopped now, because I used to get caught out a couple of times, and obviously you probably got caught out a couple of times. Darwin Traore is on for Spain. They must be really winning by a lot now, because he never gets
baby oiled up to the nines.
Yeah, there used to be a certain person who it basically all stopped because of them, because the fun went out of it. Robbie, because he he's very thick, or he was doing it on purpose, because he was literally, or he's just very greedy. He'll read anything. It might be that one actually, because he was just reading anything. Like, he was getting done twice a day by stupid things like I swallow cum and all that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's one thing. Okay, fair enough. I mean, not knowing a porn star's name is one thing, but yeah, I mean,
Phil McCracken. What do you think about
this new Chinese player or Polish player?
At the back, and Phil McCracken, Well, I mean, these two have been very interesting, these games, because, all right, I mean, Poland could still get back into it, but it's been domination, really.
It has, and again, as I say, it's not like Spain have played particularly well to be 5-0 up here.
Bruno's been benched. Yeah, I did fear that might happen.
I've never thought I was going to do what I'm about to do, but it can happen to the best of them, just not having a great tournament. It happens. I mean, Jota had a stinker in the first game.
Yeah, but the manager of Portugal is basically the Portuguese Southgate, so
So expect him to turn down the Spurs job someday soon.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I'd love him to get sacked by England and go to Spurs. That'd be fantastic.
Oh, he'd be a Daniel Levy dream, wouldn't he? Harry Kane bossing him around, telling him where he's playing, who's playing where.
85 million euros is 72 million pounds, Jimmy Garner. You're right, which is apparently the United bid.
I thought it was.
I'm going to be live on the United. I'm going to be live at the United stand at 7:00 talking about this anyway. In between the Portugal game, I was hoping to get some dinner, but some of us work for clubs that are not efficient, so you have to do 100 videos on Sancho. I mean, I genuinely don't want to do it, Craig. But there's been a lot of breaking news.
I'm going to be live at 10:00 on Anfield. No agenda whatsoever. No idea what I'll be talking about. Which we'll have a bit of laugh anyway. We'll have some fun. Send me some super chats. Cheers.
Those sort of shows sound like a dream to me.
They are the greatest. Like, I love a good tangent. I love going off on a good tangent.
Oh God, what's this? Arsenal target Calvert-Lewin, AFTV. Fucking hell. Do you think they wake up in the morning and go, let's think of a player that we're never going to buy that these prats are going to think we're going to get?
Surprised they have the time between copyright strikes they're putting on everybody to be doing stuff like that.
Arsenal target Calvert-Lewin and inquiries made for Mahrez. Bloody hell. I mean, if at least, I'd have more respect if they said Arsenal target Kiefer Moore. I'd go, actually, you know what? I can see him doing a job for them. Arsenal target Calvert-Lewin. He's not,
You didn't know who Kiefer Moore was 3 weeks ago.
I know, but that's why it'd be a good signing for Arsenal.
Look, I think the Arsenal fan base, they do need a dose of reality of where they are at this moment.
Apparently, they've got £250 million to spend. I don't know where this is coming from.
That definitely isn't Kroenke leaking that to get this egg stuff to go away. Definitely not the Spotify owner on the horizon and him going, oh yeah, well, 250 million there. Loads of money, us.
I don't know where it's coming from. I really genuinely don't.
Well, Spotify did put their prices up by a couple of quid, so maybe Daniel X offset in the future.
It must be so annoying, though. Well, I say it with knowing that, knowing the situation with Manchester United, but at least we haven't got anybody who wants to buy us. It must be so frustrating having an owner that you don't want, and then you have an owner that you do want, and then the owner you don't want is like, no, I'm still not selling.
Or you could be, that's a full Newcastle is what we have right there.
Well, they would have been loaded. Newcastle would have been the new city.
Amanda Staveley was actually part of a consortium that tried to buy Liverpool at one point with a company called DIC Capital, who ended up gone bust. Another chance there for Spain. Good ball across the box. Pedri's getting substituted now. It was Jordi Alba plays it across.
I like him. He's a good player.
He is very good. 1 year left on his Barcelona contract, so another one that they have to tie down.
That was not a trump. That was my stomach. I'm hungry. I know my mic's
Is that why
very
you're
good.
cranky? Have you not had num-nums?
I had it at dinner time, but that, sometimes the wife will say, "Why don't you have you're going to be busy tonight. You just have a snack in between. Why don't you have your tea at lunchtime or whatever?" And I'm like, that won't make a difference. I'll still want food considerably at tea.
No, mate, I don't know that. I have to basically bribe my wife to make a cup of coffee. So no, I don't know these first world problems about arguing over when to have the third meal of the day. No, unfortunately, mate, I don't. Actually, I want to say a little birthday wish to my wife. She turns 40 on Friday. So genuinely, we both say this behind the scenes. We wouldn't be here without them, would we? We wouldn't be able to do it.
100%.
Happy birthday to my wife. Does that count as a present? Am I have to look now?
It is that football. You're not hungry. I'm gonna try it. I've never found that water stops me feeling hungry. I've never woken up. I've never walked past McDonald's and I'm starving and gone, hold on a minute. I really shouldn't. Give me a big 2 litre water bottle. Oh, I'm fine. Not hungry anymore.
Give me a yours, Big there.
Mac. 2-2 Poland. Lewandowski again. He's got 3 goals. Oh, they've got 7 minutes.
Can they save it if they get the third?
Yeah, they're on 2 points at the moment. They need another one. But interestingly, Spain are now top of the group. Spain have got... Oh, no. Yeah, Spain are top of the group. 5 points. And Sweden have got 5 points. But Spain have got the better goal difference.
That is very interesting indeed. Did not see that happening.
5 minutes. Sweden are through anyway, but if Poland score...
Why is the Damatriori shorts halfway up his arse, by the way? Can we talk about that for a second?
Sweden not looking very happy. They've took the good players off as well. Sweden still top because of head-to-head. No, Sweden didn't beat Spain, though, did they? They drew.
What do you make of Adama Traore as a player? I'd rather Sam Maximin, personally.
I like Adama Traore. I've always quite liked him, yeah.
Do you know about his shoulder issues? He's dislocated his shoulder 6 times in the last 2 seasons.
Has he?
That's why he puts the baby oil on. It's to stop him getting grabbed in case he falls. I think he's done it twice this season. Mad to think he was at Middlesbrough.
I'm just going to tweet Lindelof at fault for both goals. Let the hate begin. I didn't say. I'm not saying anything else. So the Portugal team is Patricio, Semedo, Pepe, Diaz, Guerrera, Pereira, Danilo, Sanchez, Moutinho, Silva, Ronaldo, Jota. So he's dropped Carvalho and Bruno.
I don't really get the Carvalho hype at all, to be honest. He's not Bettis, isn't he? He's at Real Betis still.
Oh, Koundé's playing at right back for France, though.
He is very, very fine centre back, Jules Koundé. I'm sure you're well aware, but of all the players in Spain, you're talking about Pau Torres, who is a good centre back, but Jules Koundé is exceptional.
Yeah, I'd take him. Koundé, Tolisso comes in for Rabiot as well, but it's Griezmann, Mbappe, Benzema, Kante, Pogba, Hernandez, Kimpembe, Varane, Lloris, and Koundé, and obviously Digne is taken out of the team as well.
I'm actually looking forward to sitting back now and I'm watching that game. I know you've got to work for it, but I can just sit back and chill and enjoy that game.
Here we go. I love this. Lindelof at fault for both goals. Top reply is, funnily enough, it's a Lindelof Twitter account. Sometimes I think you don't actually watch the games. You just find a way to bash the players you don't like. It was clearly the centre-back fault, but it's up to you. But it's up to what's up to you later. I just think he's not very good.
I second that motion. I think he's terrible.
He's all right, but he's not. Him and Maguire are a real issue at centre back, to be honest. Nearly 8,000 watching. Thank you, everyone who's tuned in, by the way. Make sure you subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. You're very, very welcome. Still got 5 minutes to go. And to be fair, the Poland game is in. I mean, Poland are going out, but they were 2-0 down. They're going out. They get back to 2-2. They need another goal or they're going out.
8,000 people watching. God almighty. Never seen those type of numbers before me. Mad to think I've just made 7,999 new fans today.
Have you?
Definitely. Feels like the Super League all over again.
8,003. Yeah, we will be live for Portugal versus France. And make sure you get over to the United Stand straight after this. I'm going to be live straight away afterwards, like I was live straight away before, talking about Sancho. But there actually is loads of stuff. I've not pulled this one out my arse. This is absolutely true. This is all over the place. So there you go.
And the entire first half of this moaning about everyone talking about Sancho, and then
I can't. You can't run a United channel and then not talk about it. It's like it can't be. Oh look, Goldbridge isn't doing a video again because he doesn't like the story.
Especially with those big Mahrez to Arsenal links.
Here we go. It's the 10 o'clock show. I'm talking about all the latest Manchester United news, but only the news I want to talk about. What about the Sancho stuff? I don't know. I don't want to talk about it, but it's coming from Romano and Simon Stowe. No,
we're going to focus purely on Lindelof being a fault here today.
We're just going to talk about Lindelof being shit. Congratulations to Billy Gilmore achieving Scotland's only positive result of the Euros, says Paul Connolly. I've seen that joke, to be fair. Yeah, no problems with it. The Scottish were getting a little bit of stick actually last night.
Oh, Jack may play the blinder. I'm sure you've seen his little video.
I haven't watched his one from today yet, but
it's brilliant.
I'm just glad of somebody to share the load. I mean, I saw Pieface going in on him on Friday night, and then, obviously I was calling him Lithuania and kilts. I mean, I've had people again telling me today I'm the reason Scottish people don't support England. I said, mate, I'm really not. You might want to go back a few hundred years, start with Braveheart, and then work.
Yeah, there's a little bit more to it than just purely you.
Scottish people are not there, banging their fists down on with the can of iron brew, going, "That Goldbridge, Jim White, Sky Sports News, we hate Goldbridge, that's why." No.
Leaked news from Nicola Sturgeon, the second referendum was purely because of you and Jack, mate.
Yeah. We want independence because of Goldbridge and Jack, mate. Terrible Scottish accent, but there you go. I can't do females. Oh, can Poland do it? I don't think they can.
It'd be amazing.
Well, Sweden are through anyway. Let them score, you shits. Come on.
Penalty, Lewandowski penalty. Go on, lads.
Chesney.
Why do I think the guy from Coronation Street every single time you mention?
I always think of Chesney Hawks.
Oh, that's my favourite song. I Am the One and Only.
Here we go. Poland with the cross. Oh. It's come off his head for a goal kick. 5 minutes, though. They've still got another 4.
We're into the final minute of normal time in the Spanish game. Still 5-0. Hamsik's going off.
Yeah. Slovakia have been a bloody joke. They deserve to go home. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. We will be back for the Portugal game, but we're going to be live on the United Stand. I've set the chat up already. We're going live straight after this for 7 o'clock, talking about all this Sancho shit.
You're really selling it. Well done.
To be honest, there is a lot to talk about, but I was really looking forward to a little bit of half an hour relax and some dinner. But, you know, you should do it, Craig. Imagine that. That would throw everyone. Hello, everybody.
I've something to tell you all. Do you know what I mean? I've something to tell you.
Hello, everybody. It's Craig from Anfield Agenda. Woohoo!
Yeah. Where's Danny? Where's Danny from the script?
Thanks for making the Euros amazing. Great combo, the two of you. Yeah, we don't know what we're doing next. We will be doing stuff for the knockout stage, but to be honest, I think 2 days off. It's the first 2 days off from the Euros as well.
I think we should move in together, mate. I think I should jump into your spare room there. It'd be so much fun, wouldn't it? Imagine having me 24/7.
There's always a room for you when you come to England.
I often think I should go around to it. It's just my house. I've got room for you, just not my house.
Yeah. There's a cracking travel lodge on the M42.
It's a bit above my budget. I'm a hostel man, me. He thinks I'm joking. Last time
Jordan's just messaged me saying all this Sancho shit with a big smiling, laughing face. Yeah, join me at 7 o'clock for more Sancho shit.
They won't be able to keep us apart forever, Jordan. Don't worry, mate. They won't be able to keep us apart.
Don't worry. I'm going to start the show at 8. Don't dare me to start the transfer show with hello and welcome to the United Stand. Let's have a look at what the latest transfer shit we can talk about then. And I will do it. Don't dare me. I will. I'm not bothered. I'm at that stage of my career now where I'm a bit like Cantona in the football fan forum where I just don't care. If something gets in my way, I'll jump in the crowd.
It shows. It shows in your work. I'll be honest with you.
But what happened with Cantona? What happened with Cantona? What happened with Cantona? He retired too soon. I think I'm starting to get to that point where I'm just going to go, oh, fuck off.
He's getting the brand deals, though. In fairness to him, he's getting the brand deals.
Go into acting. I'm going to start off the video on the United States.
What do you mean going into acting? Hang on. Let's just rewind this here. What do you mean going into acting? I've heard you're Swedish, mate. I mean, do you know, this is obviously a character.
Well, I'm a bit disappointed after doing the Paddy Power advert. You know, I got wet for my arts, 4 times, tipping pints of water over my head. I thought the phone would never stop ringing. I'm checking my answer phone all the time. Nothing.
I've got wet for my arts in the pawn industry as well. Pawn, P-A-W-N. That was a nice little jig. I was very proud of you there.
Sweden scored, by the way. It's all over.
Oh, they've ruined it for us.
3-2 to Sweden. Poor old Poland.
I mean, that's a heartbreaker, isn't it? To come back from 2-0.
It is for Lewandowski. It must, it's a bit... I always imagine this was like what it was like for George Best when he played for Northern Ireland. You're one of the best players in the world, but unfortunately, you're playing for a really shit national team.
Imagine you dropped him into that Spanish team.
Yeah. But, Lewandowski's obviously proud to be Polish in that, but he plays in a right shit team, doesn't he? He scored 3 goals in a crap Poland team. Living off scraps.
The world can thank Klopp for Lewandowski being bought and brought in to Dortmund. I mean, I've seen the goal here now. Heartbreaking stuff. Classing with the goal.
Yeah, well taken. Well taken.
A minute of additional time left to go here in this murdering of Slovakia by Spain. Well, some of it self-inflicted, let's be honest.
Well, the Sweden-Poland game has actually been quite a good game, I've got to say. It's played second billing, really. But
that does put Sweden back up on top of the group.
Yeah, and it means that Spain will play Croatia in probably what's going to be the boring game on Monday night.
I'm washing my hair, mate.
Craig will be doing that.
I'm washing my hair.
Craig and Jordan I've got lined up for that one. No, Craig and Lee Chappie is cheap. Get the cheap ones on.
I'm gonna up my quote to £5 now instead of €5.
What I could do is while I'm working away tomorrow, I could just record myself for 2 hours working and just going, yeah. And then I could play that on the half next to you when you're live. You
could just, ignore everything I say and just talk about the stuff you want to talk about. It'd be nothing new there.
Yeah, exactly the same. It's been a pleasure having you on again, Craig, anyway.
He says through gritted teeth.
No, it's been good. It's always nice to have a bit of company.
Nice if you're representing Bruno, since he won't be represented tonight.
Yeah, I'm going to have to change my T-shirt now.
Put a Jota one on.
Yeah, I've definitely never got one of them.
It's all over in the Spanish game.
It's all over in the Sweden game as well. So I've got to get off because we're going to be live on the United Stand in 5 minutes' time. So make sure you tune in for that. But we're back on here. I have set up the stream, I think, he says. I think I have set up the stream. So if you want to get involved in the chat for that, you can do. It's already set up for the France-Portugal game. But I'm going to be live on the United Stand in 5 minutes talking about all this shit, Sancho shit, as I said. So join me over there on the United Stand, where I'll just have a whirlwind update of what's going on. But big shout out to Craig. Where can people find you, Craig? You're live tonight at 10, aren't you?
Yep, Anfield Agenda 10 o'clock on Twitter at Craig Holden with a U, Houlden. And look, pleasure. Really enjoy it. It's great fun. I've enjoyed these years. You've made it more interesting for me coming on, having someone to banter with.
Well, we'll get you on again soon. And I'll see you on here later for France-Portugal, but also on United Stand in a few minutes' time. Thanks, everyone. Take care. And we'll speak to you soon.